Welcome back, everybody. I think you guys have had enough of the silence here. Watching the cars going around, though, taking a look at Sylvain Seguin out there in the 66 Toyota. Right now, qualifying is already underway. You can thank iRacing for a little bit of a hiccup we had there earlier. Sorry, I had to have you guys sit through that 5-minute timer, not once, but twice. But we are
Music is good.
Yeah, we are on the track, though. 10 minutes it was they had to wait, but we are at Michigan. And this is going to be an awesome race here. If you guys tuned in, the Short Track Saturdays. Man, what a ride that was there at Dover. But now we're going to head to Michigan where these cars and drivers are at full well of being able to go 4, if not 5 wide. One of the big fan favorites out there is Micheal Willey, especially with the way he won last time he was out. At Michigan, he won all 4 stages. He won on the pole, and he took the entire the win there at the end. And especially with this being the money race at the end of the at the end of the entire month here, Stella, the amount of building these guys are doing to the trucks and the way how much time Ray's put in, it all pays off here tonight.
Oh yeah, we this is the track that if you want speed, you can have it. I mean, it's there for the taking. 7 miles an hour faster than any other track on the circuit.
Yep, but we've got 200 miles lined up for you guys. Let's go ahead and see if we can take a peek at what we've got here on the info. And I definitely like tossing this up here a little bit to let you guys know where we are here for the remainder of the night. 200 laps at Michigan. Stage breaks being at 50, 100, and 150. Now remember, this is the big show, so no cautions in those first 150 laps. Of course, unlimited tires, no damage. These are self-healing machines, so a quick clip off the wall, and they'll be able to maintain race pace. Although, I would say spinning out would fry a good bit of the percentage off the tires, so the life would be affected. 4 caution max in the 50 until the final 50 laps, and then 3 green-white checkers for the final 5 laps for the top 10 drivers. Definitely was a wild race we saw last night, but with 67-degree temperatures out there on the track. Talk to me, Stella. I mean, you hear me say it all the time. That kind of temperature, what do you think?
The track will be terrible. No, it's going to be sticky.
Well, it's going to be nice. The tires are going to take a little longer to heat up, be able to make some tack out there. With Michigan being a very high-side dominant track, you're going to see a lot of the veterans run about that 3/4 of the lane up. But I would guess here, seeing that the fuel limit is only going to be about 21 to 22 laps. That is going to be the big key here, is measuring how much tire life you have compared to the fuel. I'm more of a long-run guy, so once I'm at that 3/4 line up, I have enough fuel to last the length of my tires. These guys may be able to put more pressure on those tires, pick up a lot more speed out there on the track, and they actually be able to dive down toward that white line. But that's going to be the big one here. And the amount of teams that we have out there tonight. I've also got, I was going to say, I believe I have the Honor Racing team out there, and I've got Imperium Racing team out here, minus Douglas Ross, I believe. And I'm also seeing Ray and his admins are going to be trying to gun everybody down. And I think we've got a lot of fan favorites out there. Brendan Mathia might be one of them here, Stella. Am I right or wrong here?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we've got Brendan Mathia in his car number 1. And we've got TJ Krober out here, another fan favorite in the 88. How about even Greg Blazin? He's running tonight.
Ah, Greg Blazin. Greg Blazin. Should be in the number 23 machine, right?
That is correct.
Oh, yeah. He was in the chat and joined us last night. Do want to look out there in the chat and see that Douglas Ross has joined us. He's rooting on Zane Tuxton and Adam Robertson to bring home the cheddar. Definitely for certain. I know, glad to see actually Adam Robertson out here. I normally see him on Saturday nights there with the Graceland Shootout Series. But he is here for the Super Speedway Series here. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at some of our times here of guys who have already qualified. Only 10 have qualified so far. Most of the admin team, I believe, is out there burning a little fuel off, trying to see if they can pick up a little bit of the pace. But the number 1 favorite to win this one here is Micheal Willey here in the number 48 Ford. He did quite well last night.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, I think he's getting ready to getting ready to keep that that streak going here. This has really been kind of. They say it's the big show, but I'm starting to question
Wiley show?
if this is the Wiley show here, because he has really been putting on a clinic to these guys out here. I know the admin team, they all help each other, they push each other to the front, but Micheal Willey, week in, week out, multiple months, he's able to come out with multiple wins. So definitely on the charge here will be Micheal Willey, and we'll take a look and see if Landon is out here. I do not see Mr. Gentry.
He should be racing tonight. I'm kind of curious to see if this is the kind of speedway where he can work with Heath Rutherford, as he usually does, being the pusher.
Yeah, right now he may be a little off time here. I do see Mr. Heath Rutherford. He is out there. There he is, rocking the Scooby-Doo machine like we saw last night.
Nice.
In the 98, and hell yeah. And I would say the handful of cars that we're going to see here really putting on the moves. TJ Krober here being one of them. TJ Krober is going to be the man to beat. And really, I think is going to be a thorn in the side of Micheal Willey here tonight. And Wiley's trying to pick up the pace here as he's already getting on to his second lap. 14th position with a 46.61. Notice how much he's cutting that track. Below the yellow line, he can do that. Let's see what he can do.
Now, can he do that during the race also?
Yes, he can.
All right.
Remember, you cannot pass below the yellow line, but you can pass below a white line.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Just like the road.
A regular road.
There you go. Now you're
but
thinking.
Normally the regular road doesn't have yellows on Yeah, my.
All right. Jamie Shaw is fourth, looking to see how Kevin Dixon does in 009. He had a little bit of trouble last night at the short track. Right now, sitting eighth. Looking to see if he can squeak any more time. Nope, a little bit slower that run. Ray Garcia just moved into the 10th position.
And Scott Patsa just came in right under Mathia in fourth.
Yeah, very close on the driving here. About another 3 minutes left in qualifying. We'll see if we can grab a hold of Ray Garcia here. Ray Garcia, top 10 qualifying time here. What are we looking at from the 9 in front of you? Really put down some solid times out there.
Yeah, these are some blistering times. Now, this morning I have the track set on a morning setup with pure overcast, so the trucks are faster by about 5/10 with the cooler temps. So these are some surprising times to break into those threes. Typically a 4. Something in the mid 4s would have been pole, but some of these guys ran really strong. So we should see some fast on the track. Some of these guys will hit 196 coming out of the first front straightaway going into turn 1. They'll be up in the 196 range.
Yeah, that is pretty fast, especially out of the Craftsman trucks. Normally you hear that somewhere, maybe the next gen or the Gen 6 cars. I don't see the trucks going that fast that often, so you've really built this truck up for speed while keeping downforce in mind to keep traction out there. Kind of what's Ray, since you build these chassis, and I know I don't want to poke too much at it. What is the big adjustment that you can make to get these cars to maintain that kind of speed around the track?
Well, it's about getting the truck to avoid leaning too hard, in the corners on the right side. I don't let the truck lean down very hard. And so it keeps the truck a little more stable, allows us to keep the fat lap times up, and it keeps the downforce just enough where the car maintains its speed through the corner without dragging it off.
Okay.
So you'll see them cornering early on in 178, 177, coming out of the corners, which is really fast, which means that when they go in, they're not scrubbing all of it off. So they'll enter about, without a draft, enter the corner about 186, and they'll get down 178, 177, and then get right back on the throttle.
All right. Well, hopefully we'll see how that handles. I know when I raced out here, a lot of right front spring and a lot of differential preload. Once I change that, it completely changes the machine. I wasn't sure here in the truck, if you have to add any adjustment to the rear spoiler, because as fast as you go there, how do you not have the car step out when these guys are entering the turns and being able to keep them at at a solid pace and staying under control the whole time. And and you guys putting so much time and work into these trucks, it's really got to be a headache, but it's got to be a pleasure at the same time.
Yeah, I staggered the tire pressures. So none of the tires have equal tire pressure. So I stagger my tire pressures so that rear end doesn't step out. And you have more oversteer than you will understeer.
All righty, Ray. Well, you got a lot of work to do, starting in 13th, but no surprise here. TJ Krober and Micheal Willey in that front row. If you were to roll the dice here, who would you say might take home the win here tonight?
I'm going to stick with Micheal. Michael's pretty consistent. Our pit strategies and the way we draft together, work together. I think it's we're a bigger team, so we have more trucks to work with than the others. So I'd say Micheal Willey will still be the favorite.
All
TJ's
right.
going to be right there. And we have a couple of surprise guys up there. Brendan Mathia laid down an impressive 409. Eric Narowski laid down a 432. Eric's a little rough on his tires during a race. You'll see him fade back. And we'll have to see what Adam Roberson does with that 444.
Yeah, he has a little bit of retribution to come back after yesterday. He was so close.
And hopefully his VR doesn't give out.
Oh, that would be nice.
Bet she's got it plugged in tonight.
Yeah. So, but look for some faster times today with the morning setup. Cade just crashed, so he'll have to come in. He'll be a lap down.
Dear.
He always, for whatever reason, his computer just every time he qualies and he hits the grid, his machine crashes. Don't know why.
Not
Crash,
good.
Yeah, he'll come back. He'll reconnect and he'll be a lap down already.
Alrighty. Well, Ray, good luck to you tonight, and hopefully we'll talk to you later on in the race.
All right, let's have some fun with this Michigan 400, the last Michigan race of the month. Next month we head to the ISS Super Speedway. So we're looking at 230 miles an hour with my trucks there at the ISS.
My.
That's going to be awesome. Appreciate it, Ray.
All righty. Good talk.
All right, that's going to do it for Ray. I think I just cut him off. I was like,
Yes,
he said,
I
good
think so.
talking to you. I was like, oh, man. All right, let's go ahead and get to our starting lineup. TJ Krober, Micheal Willey in the front row with Brendan Mathia sitting third. Scott Patsa, fourth position, now starting on the inside of row number 3. Jamie Shaw sitting in the 84 machine next to Eric Narowski in the 24. Adam Robertson, 28 machine, starting 7th with Side Star Beverages Ford. Let's see what he can do tonight because he had some trouble last night. So he'll be starting next to Greg Whitehead. Trevor Dalton, and one of the other favorites to win out here, but he's got some work to do. 9th position for him. And Stella told me, who's starting 10th? John
Diedrich.
There you go. That's what I want to hear. Next to, all right, starting in front of them now, Charles Fletcher and Kevin Dixon starting in row number 6, rotating on back. We got to hurry up because Ray Garcia is going to be starting 13th with Heath Rutherford next to him. Admin row. Starting in number 15 will be James Smith, Zane Touchton. Rodney Huskins when John Kazaza will be starting in the 18th position. And row number 10 will be David Shutt and Sylvain Sigwin. Following that will be Lee Tidwell. Sean Royer starting in the 11th, outside the 11th row. Moving on to the 12th row, Jason Stevenson with Kim Kraus. We'll see how well these guys do here in the back and finishing out the rest. Anthony Shook will be 25th, Cade Jones 26th, and the ever-so-great Greg Blazin will be starting in the back. Green flag about to drop here, and we are going to have the big show go. Let's get her done. Woo! Got through that one there, Stella. TJ Krober
Yes.
and Brendan Mathia here into the front. Micheal Willey slacking off just a little bit here, but outside row will prevail. Just wait for the heat to start getting into the tires. Krober now sitting way out front. He's got a decent lead here. Brendan Mathia trying to follow along. 2 by 2, these guys go. There may be a chance of 3, but no one's trying it yet. Again, on our team with TJ Krober. Happy to see his truck out in front. But what happens to Brendan Mathia, don't count him out yet, as Micheal Willey may help him later on in this run. Jamie Shaw sitting 4th. Looks like he's got no challenge as of yet. Let's move on back here where I believe Adam Robertson's still staying on the bottom row with Trevor Dalton. Now these two, remember, they were battling something fierce last night, but right now playing teammates as they head into turn number 1 through 2 here at Michigan.
Nothing wrong with that. I think they know at this point each one of them's got some good chops to be out here.
Yeah, no kidding. And definitely the way the race went last night, you definitely see a new sign of respect Each one of these guys knows what the other one can do. Now, how do they work together? Dalton trying to follow Robertson on the way through as they break past Jamie Shaw, pushing Shaw out of the top 5 here. Robertson on the inside. Notice how he's not wasting any time here, trying to put Micheal Willey back to 4th and get him into a podium position, Robertson that is, in the number 28 machine. So right now, the field led by 2 Chevys, followed by 2 Fords, and Dalton's Toyota riding way high out there on the track. But there's contact. Number 24, he makes contact with Jamie Shaw. Shaw's trying to maintain here. Definitely a stack up there on the field. Ray Garcia considered helping Shaw push forward, and that's going to slow this down a little bit. But we had almost 3-4 wide into turn 3. Whoa, hold on. Jamie Shaw. Shaw's got a little chip on his shoulder now after that contact there with the number 24, Eric Naroski. It didn't look like he was intentional, but it definitely felt that way.
Well, it does look like we have 3 wide crossing the finish line right here with Ray Garcia
Oh, yeah.
on the inside and Rutherford on the outside there.
Yep, Dave Shutt there in the 75 Monster Machine down on the bottom. Heath Rutherford looking to find a lane. Can't make up his mind, but a huge run here by Lee Tidwell in the 42 Toyota. Inside line, he's going to send it 3 wide now. So what happens? Big time moves and a lot of things happening here in the front. Robertson, remember we were talking earlier about him on a roll, is taking the lead from TJ Krober. Trevor Dalton is now sitting 3rd. So really, right now, Adam Robertson, fantastic job by him. With his 2nd race here with the Big Show, is now leading this race with these guys behind him. But man, sell it, 195 laps to go.
Oh, yeah.
He's kind of wishing this was white flag so he could end this one quick.
Yeah, no, not at the Big Show. They make you check your stamina.
Oh yeah, right now we're still a single file as Robertson's on the inside. TJ Krober getting some help from Trevor Dalton now. Dalton starting to push the outside line. Might be thinking tires here. He's trying to slow down this roll here a little bit. Huge run there by Greg Whitehead as he moves up 4 positions to get into 4th. As he follows behind Robertson. Right now, biggest mover of the race is Rodney Huskins back there in that 7th position. He has moved up 10, so his Chevrolet doing a fantastic job as that 420 machine rides along the outside, but he's got to be careful. The 24 already been in a little bit of trouble during this race a couple laps ago, so he will keep an eye out for him, and the spotter's really going to have his heads up for the remainder of this race.
Yeah, I'm liking the bunch up. We're nice. We're clean. We're using a little bit of the door draft. And speaking of draft, Landon Gentry's not out here tonight.
Yeah, no kidding. And normally, I believe he was expected to be out here, but maybe some things going on at home keeping him off the simulator here tonight. Maybe he'll be able to cue in later. We'll see on that. Adam Robertson down the bottom. Look how Trevor Dalton's getting a little bit loose there on that outside line. The outside line will kind of fade off during the turn, but on exit right here, you're going to see this outside line really pick up the pace and start sliding forward. There it is. There's Dalton.
Especially with that bump.
Yep. Well, Micheal Willey forcing that one a little bit. Gave Dalton a shove. Dalton passed it along to Krober. Krober on the outside. Now, big time speed from these cars here early on in this race. I would probably guess, we're running a good 185 miles an hour. We are. Robertson 185 on the inside line. Top speed for Robertson this race has been 196 miles an hour. So he is slowing down just a little bit. But let's talk about Rodney Huskins again. On the bottom, now sending her 3 wide.
Yeah, Whitehead in the middle there is gotta hold it tight.
Yeah, Greg Whitehead was able to battle that one off. 420 machine actually rolling off the pace now. Backwards he's going to go. Still side by side. Love seeing it 2 wide, if not 3, heading into this race with really no trouble out there. And nobody, spinning out, nobody crashing, guys not getting big time separated. Now, I'm loving what I'm seeing here so far.
Yeah. With this track being 73 feet wide through these sweeping turns, they can go easily 3-4, grooves for this race.
Oh yeah, well, there shouldn't be any problem with that, and I agree with you. It's just how do these guys push? As we take a look, it's sitting in turn 3. You notice how all these guys are wiggling, either looking for fresh air, trying to find a different line, but these trucks are just flat out loosening up as the tires definitely begin to seat in on this asphalt. But after 18 miles out there, it's already pretty action-packed here as we see Rodney Huskins taking another bid for a shot here in the front. Trevor Dalton makes a shove to TJ Krober as Robertson has the lead. holds the outside line and is going to try to sweep away. But Robertson's got an entire pack of cars behind him here, and it's looking pretty grim because everybody looking to attack.
Always, always. You know, you are the target if you're in front, and everybody likes to use that draft to sling around you.
Yeah, Robertson actually able to run his race here. You do see him starting high and dropping back low. Interesting line from him because somebody's going to figure out how to block that low line, keep him toward the top, and see if they can get him out of his groove here. But Robertson still into the lead here as he crosses the finish line from lap 10, starting 11 as Rodney Huskins has moved up 15 positions here in this race, and now contact. Dalton into the wall here, trying to maintain speed, and he is going to sling way out of the top 10, now out of the top 20, sitting almost 22nd, 23rd now, after a huge shot there he received in the corner.
Man, was that just his own tap against the wall, or did he make some contact prior to that?
Oh, there was some contact up here in the front, and then he ended up touching the wall. So Dalton trying to recover back from that bump there. Greg Whitehead is now going to be our new leader in the number 3. But I think Rodney Huskins is going to try one more time here on that outside line to see if he can get it going. TJ Krober looking to help just a little bit, but look at the move here by Whitehead. Pushing lower to keep Robertson down toward that line, slowing Robertson way up. Fantastic move there.
Yeah, Robertson's gonna need a trailing buddy here pretty soon if he's gonna keep up with Whitehead.
Yeah, Robertson now tucking in behind Whitehead here, trying to keep up on the bottom. Right now, 2 Chevys in the front. Adam Robertson's Ford, the only one in the top 5. Let's keep it going here. Where in the world did Ray Garcia end up? Ray Garcia was up here battling, I think, for 8th place, got bumped back to 15th. See him tumbling up back there. Anthony Shook in the number 9 Chevrolet. He seems to be almost in some trouble here. It looks like Ray's taking a peek on the outside of him.
Yeah, well, I'm not counting out Ray or Dalton, because I'll tell you, I saw both of them last night make some huge gains in just a few laps. They know how to run these tracks.
All right. John in the 95. You call him Zedrick?
Yeah.
All right, just making sure we're saying his name right.
That's what I call him.
All right, John Zedrick here in the 95 Chevrolet. He was right there 3 wide for a little bit, but everything seems to have calmed down. He's kind of going to take a re-aim at this one, get behind. I believe that is Scott Patza. Yes, it is, and I believe Zane touched him. Showing me in the number 5 Chevrolet, and Zane. Huge shot to the back end of Lee Tidwell here. I think Lee made contact with the wall.
With the wall.
Yeah, and the 11
came down
machine
on him.
didn't see that, but look who's coming back. Trevor Dalton, 21st position and gaining. Middle line for him as he's now on the outside of Zedrick. Zedrick taking a look. Keeping here, and we are already 3 wide back here, even in the 20th position. These guys are still battling along here.
Well, they must have been listening. I told them they could do it.
Yeah, but right there, that long sweeping turn, so Dalton able to break free, moving up to that 20th position. Charles Fletcher on the inside here of Jamie Shaw, sitting for 7th. Let's get back up front where I believe we got a battle for the lead. Rodney Huskins taking that peak. So Greg Whitehead may get some help from Robertson. Huskins may get some help from Krober. It's hard to lead without somebody helping you here at a super speedway. The draft is everything. Time's already starting to fall off here, Stella. Best time for Greg Whitehead has been a 39.16. That last lap was a 40 seconds flat.
Well, pits are going to be open come lap 17, so we may see some that have found that they need a set of tires by this point, and fuel will become an issue soon. But we saw some last night that took it to the limit.
Yeah, we're taking a ride along here with Rodney Huskins, trying to see how this is going for him. Outside line works pretty well. Now, I would say, tires, pit strategy last night was a big factor, and I think it's going to be the same thing here at Michigan. Now, if these guys have been taking it easy, riding up top, and trying to allow the track to come to them, they may be able to skate away with 2 tires. But seeing this Greg Whitehead line and how Huskins dropping down doing the same thing, 4 tires might be required. But to me, last race's winner at Michigan, Micheal Willey, I think, is going to be the one to choose. Whatever he does, I think everybody else needs to do. As you see Micheal Willey giving a huge shove there to Huskins, you see the smoke of Huskins' tires off the wall as Wiley's trying to get him either move or get out of the way here. Right now, Willey had a huge run. He is down 2 spots from where he originally started, but Huskins up 15. Tim Kraus, not too bad. Do want to give a shout out to Kraus, who just broke into the top 10s. The 99 Chevrolet is sitting 10th, up 14 positions here on the night.
Yeah, looking good. And Sylvain Sigwin is in 21st. Hopefully he can keep his rig together this evening, and we'll see him up a little further.
Yeah, I want to talk about somebody who's actually on the march back. I know Scott Patz has lost 13 down to 17th, but actually I want to talk a little bit about Brendan Mathia.
Oh,
Brendan Mathia has actually been dropping off here pretty bad, but on the way down pit, these guys go. This will be the one. Robertson, Kroger, Whitehead, all of our top 3 guys heading their way down pit. Rodney Huskins, Micheal Willey, Kim Kraus have moved 1, 2, and 3 now. Not to say anything's wrong with that. Let's move on up. Let's see how far the distance is. And this may be huge for these two. Taking a look back. That'll be Kim Kraus sitting 3rd. And Wiley's got about a 2nd lead on Kraus. Waiting to see if pit road is going to heat up again. Looks like a no. Huskins and Willey going to stay out.
Nice.
Interesting. Lap 20 is where we are. About lap 21, 22 is as far as the fuel will go.
Well, they still have some wiggle room.
Rodney
right
Huskins,
now it's just too crowded.
Yeah, Rodney Huskins with the fastest time, one of the fastest times out there on the track with a 38.89. Is running a 40.1 right now.
But,
so he's got to be thinking tires here pretty soon. I bet you Huskins on his way down. And Willey, oh man.
Interesting move there. I mean, he basically just took first as he came into pit, and if he doesn't speed, he may keep Huskins in his rear view.
Yeah, it's definitely an opportunity. Taking a look at Adam Robertson here. Somebody who has yet to pit.
Oh.
Cade Jones.
Okay.
He's yet to pit, and he may be working his way down here this lap. Yep, there he goes.
Ooh,
So that's going to move us to Adam Robertson here, who is going to resume the lead. Might have a steady 1 second gap over TJ Krober that you see right behind him. So Robertson will have the lead. TJ Krober now is 2nd. As soon as they get slung by here, I'm talking all that, waiting to see whether they pass Micheal Willey, and they do. You see Willey down at the bottom of our screen. There he is. So Willey going to be able to get back out into 3rd. Some of these guys decided to take 4 tires. Others did not. Ones I would probably note that did not is our leader, Adam Robertson. He had an 11 and a half pit stall time.
That's pretty quick.
Yep, and John Kazaza also had an 11-second pit stall time. Sylvain had an 11-second pit stall time. So some of these guys, the strategies are changing up a little bit. But it's how they treated their tires in that last run are going to be what determines what happens here at the end of the stage. Of course, we are not even halfway to getting to that stage here, Stella. And, you know, since the pit stops and what we're seeing here so far in the separation, what are things we could be looking out for here?
Not drinking and driving, wearing your seatbelts. What would you like?
Well, we could talk about Adam Robertson may have taken 2 tires. TJ Krober's 4 tires has just heated up, and that allowed him to slide into the lead here. So Krober going to lead this one. Away he goes, winner of the Bristol race, the knockout. Robertson now sitting 2nd. Micheal Willey is 3rd, but Wiley's got about a 2nd to make up. Next will be Greg Whitehead, but he may be out getting a little pressure here from Kevin Dixon. Kevin Dixon, the 009, only Toyota here, actually in the top 5. Ray Garcia's Toyota sitting 10th.
But he is moving up. to be
Yes.
back in the top 10.
Yep, Ray Garcia has moved up 3 from where he originally started this race. He was marching back there for a good while. 15-second pit stall time for him. Look, it looks like a 009. Kevin Dixon's really getting worked here by Jamie Shaw.
Well, if
Shaw
he
on
could
the
pick up-
inside.
If he could pick up Chuck Fletcher in the 67, that lovely purple car, he may be able to put a hurting on Whitehead here. But not this round.
Nope. I was going to say, we'll kind of let this one play out a little bit because I think Jamie Shaw may have not had the most fantastic turn he was looking for.
No.
Kevin Dixon had a better line there, and now Charles Fletcher is going to try to help push this admin team back to the front. Right now, highest admin is Micheal Willey. And you've got Jamie Shaw, Charles Fletcher, and Ray Garcia, who's just dropped out of the top 10 here, passed by Rodney Huskins. Huskins out there was in the lead for a little bit.
It was.
10th position for him.
So why don't we take a couple ganders at the... I mean, the admins look good every month, but we've got a couple new cool-looking cars out there tonight. I think I see a Hot Wheels. And I think Whitehead is sporting a rat rod.
That he is.
Okay.
The cars slinging by here, and then we got guys who are mashing up. Now remember how spread apart we were. Micheal Willey's gotten into the front here. Right now moved up to that second position. TJ Krober might be under fire big time. Notice Krober rotate up top, trying to block Willey. Willey back to the bottom, and he's going to slide underneath him here as they shoot to the line. Krober gets him, but just by a hair. Right now, Micheal Willey's got the better line. Let's see what Greg Whitehead lines up. Whitehead decides to stay with the 88 machine. Taking a look at Robertson. Robertson now under fire by Jamie Shaw. Now remember, Jamie Shaw actually had, we were talking there about him and Dixon.
Yeah.
Now Dixon's up here, and notice that's the thing about a super speedway. Once these guys start clumping back together, and that draft kicks in, now we're going to start smashing them all up. But there is the Hot Wheels machine you were asking
Yes.
about. The
There's
Kim
Kraus.
Yep. 15th position and continuing on right now. 19 positions gained. Looking for another 99 machine, picking up the pace here.
Yeah, it
99.
looks like he's gonna send it.
Yep. Kraus going on here on the inside of the 009 of Kevin Dixon. Kevin Dixon trying to see if he can hold him off here. Not having too much luck. It looks like might be under fire. This is not looking good.
Ew.
Yep, already a lot of wiggling here, and I'm not sure who's gonna maintain out of this one. Let's take a look. Take a look out of the side right now. The outside line prevails. Kevin Dixon able to make that breakaway.
Very nice.
Oh no!
Oh.
Robertson out of it. Robertson hold on to it. Slings back up onto the track.
Nice.
Biggest one who got the worst of that here is
Whitehead.
Greg Whitehead.
Yes.
See if we
My
can take a peek
heavens.
back what happened here. Looks like contact there with Kraus. See if we
Yep,
can take
Hot
another
Wheels were-
angle at this.
Little too hot.
Yeah, something happened here. This is not looking good. Let's rotate this back just a hair. Yep, right there.
Ah, he was trying to come in on the bottom again. Whoops. Yep, didn't happen.
Oof.
Oh. And right into
Yeah.
Robertson into Chuck Fletcher. Robertson.
Yep, Robertson didn't have anything for him there. Let's rotate back up to the front where the battle continues. Micheal Willey into the front. Kevin Dixon sitting second. Krober is now third. Kraus has now gotten 20 positions gained fourth. That puts Heath Rutherford into the
In
fifth
fifth.
position. Yeah, not too bad. 9 positions gained from originally where he started, and Sean Royer up 16. So really, everybody here in the top 5 have moved up except TJ Krober, who scored on the pole, is down 2.
I wouldn't hold that against him.
Yeah, no, with the way Krober's been driving here tonight, there's a damn good chance he's going to be able to battle it on back. Speaking of battling back, Adam Robertson trying to get back on track here. You see him sitting here 9th. Greg Whitehead, I believe, he came back down. Nope. Greg Whitehead trying to piece his race back together here.
Yeah, I think he went through pit road. Oh, and we lost a driver.
Yeah, we've got a couple problems here. Anthony Shook said he went off the track here. Right there.
Yes, he did. Just mildly.
There was a massive pileup here in the back. Looks like
Off the
Rodney
track.
Huskins, Charles Fletcher, Ray Garcia were involved.
Off the track, out of the stadium, into outer space.
There's Dalton again.
Oh, there goes Dalton. My.
Wow.
But if anybody's new to the big show, we do not have cautions in the first 150 laps. And they are self-healing cars. Okay, they're also invisible cars.
I was going to say, I bet you couldn't do that again.
He
Wow.
tried with Fletcher. He says, hey, if I can go through Ray, maybe I can go through this one too.
I'm trying to see how all this boils down here. Ah,
There.
looks like Ray might have gotten hooked there. Wow. So,
Yeah, from my angle, I can't tell hooked or loose.
yeah, lap 30 got really, really ugly there. Jamie Shaw in the 84 machine. He is down pit now. Dalton and Rodney Huskins joining them. I believe John Ziedrich is out of the race. I don't know if there's a disconnect, but he is out of here.
He has kindly taken it back to the garage. And we have a lot more pit takers right now. Everybody from 13th to 18th, 19th.
Yep. Brandon Matthias, Patson, Robertson, Tidwell, Kraus, and David Shutt working their way down pit now. A couple other drivers, I believe Charles Fletcher might be working his way out there, but he's on the track finally passing everybody. There we go, Charles Fletcher. That was the purple machine that I think we saw make contact out there with Ray Garcia. But with only 22 laps, a little early to be pitting here. Krober is now second. Wiley's in first. Krober last pit on 18. Micheal Willey out on 20. Obviously going to need to make a second pit here before the stage.
Yes.
There he comes. Here comes Krober. So that is one driver on lap 18. They having to come back down pit. Kevin Dixon also came down lap 18. But he remains out. Krober and Heath Rutherford, the new visitors to pit lane. Shane Smith stays out. Smith, Sylvain, Eric Naroski, these guys are all staying out. Naroski, another driver.
Grover and Rutherford have gone into pit.
Yep. Couple of tires and out we go. Krober 11-second stall time. Heath Rutherford 14 and a half. When will everybody else pit? I wonder if this is going to shuffle us all up again.
I believe so, but if the Big Show rules stand, when we get to 50, anybody that is not on the lead lap will return to the lead lap, so no harm, no foul.
Yeah, they can redo it again. Try again. Greg Blazin on his way down. Right now in the pit stall. Let's see if he decides anymore. Kevin Dixon still remains out here. There he goes, coming on his way down now. I'll say something.
It's like they're listening.
Let's see if James Smith and Eric Naroski here, they decide to come back. Yep.
And Stevenson decide to come down this round. Number 72.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Thought he was going to miss his box there. You see the tires lock up. All right, Sylvain here in the front, 19th. Michael Willey on his way down. Our leader is down pit road. Eric Naroski, last pit on lap 18. Notice how far he's able to stretch this out.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the 20. You know, they said,
Oh,
look for them.
no!
Oh, now you see? I look down for a half a second. Look what happens.
Yep, the number 9, Anthony Shook, gets into the side of Eric Naroski here. Eric having trouble finding reverse. There we go.
Okay, that was cool. I've never seen jump on the gear shift.
Yeah, he might have been caught in the wall here. So we'll see if Eric Naroski can keep his temper down. Getting clipped pretty hard by the number 9, who was flying in the pit way too fast. So back to our leaders. TJ Krober's got that 1 second lead. Now 2.5 over Michael Willey. Fast pit stops for both these guys, and now we're going to see how well this holds up for the remainder of the race. I would probably say Willey may be caught by Kevin Dixon and Kim Kraus, and that's going to help push them up to catch Krober, but Krober only has 11 laps before the end of the stage, so can he hold them off? Lap 40 underway here. TJ Krober keeping it going here. Michael Willey sitting second. I see where Kevin Dixon. There's the chunk of cars I'm looking for. Right now they're in that room area of Kim Kraus, Shaw, and Mathia. It's kind of exactly what we're looking for. If these guys can link up, they should be able to charge forward. Can do. These little guys look like they're trying to work together here. Probably guess if Kraus rolled up to about halfway up that track, I think they may be able to pick up a little more speed here, but Kraus has to make up almost 2 seconds to catch Michael Willey, at least in second position, and at least 4 seconds, 4.5 to catch Krober.
Yeah, working together here. That's a nice change of pace for the non-admin team. Being a single out here, or being a privateer, as they say, can be really tough on these super speedways.
That it can be. That it can be. Taking a look at Brendan Mathia here in the Chevrolet, number 1. Seeing what he can get going on here. I know a lot of guys are getting smoked out of this race there in the back, but they'll be able to get their laps back during the stage.
Which is currently 8 laps away.
Oh, yeah. Robertson on the bottom trying to get a little more going on here. Robertson trying to rotate up. Mathia shuts the door. Robertson wants to go up and get some of that draft from the 84 of Jamie Shaw. Keeping an eye here.
There we go.
No can do here. Robertson on the bottom. He's got him for now, but still, he is closing the door here. Might send Robertson way low. Decides to hold on to the bottom. Give it to Robertson here, not giving up. Really wanting to hang there on the bottom line.
Why not? I mean, he's able to hold it, and forcing these guys up is not working badly. He's staying right with them. Maybe he's processing some door draft on some of these close encounters.
Yep. Now taking a look back all the way in the first Michigan race that you and I had done here with the Big Show. Michael Willey came away with the win. Landon Gentry was second. Steven Johnson was third. John Gallagher was fourth. And Cade Jones came in on top 5.
And he's out here tonight. He had a little bit of trouble getting off with the starting, so he started with a lap down as it was, but he's still running.
He is unfortunately running back in the 24th position. I forgot how he can get his way back up there, and especially Greg Whitehead. I really want to give him a shout out here. I hate seeing how he's out there. Some people would say you call it a rat rod. I think what kind of paint? They call it patina. I think they call it patina paint.
Yeah, rust. Okay, patina. That's so rad rod. Yes. Yes, excellent. I love the corrugated metal as a spoiler. Yes.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Oh, yeah. About 5 laps to go in this one. Adam Robertson battling his way up to the front, trying to see if he can put Kim Kraus behind him. Willey still off by a second from regaining the lead. Robertson's got about half a truck length in front of Kim Kraus. Kim Kraus finding the speed on that outside line. Robertson definitely wants to rotate up that way as soon as he can pass that 99 machine. But Adam Robertson pushing that forward as hard as he can. Fires underneath. Does the 99 cross over? Yes.
Yes.
99 of Kim Kraus down onto the bottom. As we come back down the backstretch here, or the front stretch, excuse me, as they cross the line. Kim Kraus now rides Robertson. Look how long he's holding up there. Robertson thought he was going to drop lower. Is able to triangulate that turn. Kraus able to get good separation here, but Robertson's going to fight back after that one. Riding me up into the turn. Robertson's going to have the hammer down and chasing this time. Wait for Robertson to sling on by here. There we go. Checking as we go back through again. Robertson. Oh, here it comes. Inside line for Kraus. Only a couple more laps before the stage end.
These guys are doing the wolves.
Yep.
I mean.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. You reach out and touch someone.
Yep, looking pretty tight here. Right now, Krober running out of some speed here. Not looking good. Let's rotate up to, I believe, battle for the lead. As Krober is in trouble. Micheal Willey all over him now. Cade Jones, you can thank for that. As he has helped Micheal Willey catch up here. Krober gonna, with the N Honor team, is now going to have to block one of the admins. Willey almost got clipped there.
Wow.
Very, very close. 1 lap to go here before the stage. Little money on the line for stage winners here. Micheal Willey taking a look for it.
But I think Krober's going to want to keep it.
Oh, yeah. Well, technically, I believe there's no blocking here in the big show, so we'll see how long that stands here. Micheal Willey on the inside. Krober going to be stuck on the outside. Krober going to ride that high side, and this is going to be the dagger, is when Cade Jones takes the rear downforce off and allows Willey to run away. But Willey with an excellent turn between 3 and 4. And he's going to get stage 1 here as he slings past the line behind in front of Krober.
Just in the nick of time. All right, caution is out for our first stage break.
Yeah, taking a look at all that. Remember, Adam Robertson was battling there with Kraus. Kraus actually dropped down to 7th. And Robertson was battling up there for the 3rd position.
Okay, and let's see, Shaw, Mathia, and Rutherford. Oh my.
Yeah,
Wonder what?
I'm a little concerned what might have happened here.
Maybe
as the pass was made.
A little tag your it.
Yeah. Yeah, something seems see if we can find out what happened here. So Robertson makes the move here. Oh.
Yep, that's exactly what it was. Okie dokie. But down 4 spots, no harm, no foul. Still got 150 laps.
Yeah, not exactly what I think some people expected on that one. All right, scheduled pit stop for all of our drivers out there on the track. I would probably say a couple of them, including Greg Whitehead, have already fired around that pace car. Trying to get back out there, and I think... Uh-oh.
Oops, I don't like uh-oh.
I'm trying to see what's happened to Mr. Robertson here. I am not showing Mr. Robertson as alive out there on the track. It says lap 51 after the yellow flag came out. Something might have happened here.
Oh! What in tarnation?
Well, remember he's been having VR trouble. I'm wondering if that's what that was.
Oh!
Robertson now down to 26th.
Heavens.
Right now I am showing him as a kind of dead in the water here.
Yeah. My heavens. About this point in time, I'm visualizing small pieces of equipment becoming smaller pieces of equipment.
Yeah, definitely.
That is frustrating.
It's got to stop. You know what I mean? This is kind of the crashing and banging around and just unable to continue on with this one. There you go, Barney. You're doing a fantastic job out there, buddy.
It's nice. He doesn't even have to wave. The wind's doing it for him.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's find TJ Krober sitting now second. And now he's doing pretty well out there. Krober not here in the Discord. Unable to get a hold of him here. Let's see if we can find. I don't see Greg Whitehead either. I'd love to talk to him. Man.
Nope.
Like some of the guys you want to grab a hold of and say, "Hey, buddy." Kind of getting a little mixed up here.
Yeah, we only have 13 eligible interviewees out of our entire roster.
Jeez, guys, don't forget to join the Big Show Discord, guys. That's where you got to be. Get that in-race interview. I got to know how things are going on out there.
Not just when you win and then you pop over, you know?
Yep. But let's see if we can grab a hold of somebody down at the bottom. Zane Touchton, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
All right, man. Well, we got a wild race ahead of us here. Talk to me a little bit about the race here.
It's been pretty clean so far. Me and Heath had a little incident about lap 40. I don't know what he was doing there, but stuff happens. It's all good. But from 16th to 11th, it's been about follow the leader most of the part. So
High line
how
or
we can
low
do.
line? Which one's better?
It's a mixture. Whatever the guys in front of you are running, just so you can get a draft. I mean, it's up front. I would think maybe high line, but we'll find out.
All right, we'll see if you can find Adam Robertson out there. He's going to need kind of a life preserver here, as I think he may have disconnected. Do you have a VR go down on him again?
He just connected back. He had a shifter brake, but I've been scared to push him.
All right, Zane, good luck, man. Sorry to drag you through green flag.
You're all good, man.
All right, everybody, that's Zane Touchton there. Had a shifter brake.
Jeez, he is having a weekend, boy.
All right, well, he can't be racing with toothpicks anymore. Might have to upgrade that boy's equipment out there. All right.
You may have to get with the Miller Lite guy.
Oh,
Have some Miller time.
Season 2 winner of the Graceland Shootout Series. Come on, man. All right, Brendan Mathia, he's moved up to 4th. Jamie Shaw's resumed that 5th place. Heath Rutherford, there we go. Quote, following the script, he knows what to do with his hands. So the 98 Ford now 6th. He's picked up 8 positions. Kim Kraus, not to be slept on here. That 99 machine has been actually, has been slinging back and forth here, but so far so good. Looked like Heath Rutherford, I think he looked like he got a little nervous.
Yeah.
No contact there with the 99. All right, now 98, 99 by side each other. Let's see if they can catch up to the 84. Not the 97, the 84.
Okay.
That's just a numbers game. Anyway, I got a little ADHD kicking in there. Micheal Willey still has the lead here. 56 laps in this one of the 200 laps we got to run. TJ Krober sitting second, and Kevin Dixon not too bad, up 9 in the 009. So this is looking pretty solid here so far. Trying to see if we can find anybody who might be doing any sort of battling. Heath Rutherford's sending it. Dropped it below the white line there. Looked like he got out of sorts. Right now the 42 of Lee Tidwell gives Tim Kraus a huge shove there. Kraus, again, another contact and marches way back. So
yeah, that
like
wasn't a shove from behind. That was a shove from the side.
Yeah, a lot of moves like that. And that's kind of what we saw from Trevor Dalton. Contact with the door and now slung all the way back. So Kraus up there in the top 5, now sitting 23rd and now in a wreck. Yo, was that the 15 of John Cazazzo over the wall?
Yes. Yes, it was.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. I'm sorry. We got to see that again. What happened to the 15 machine of John Cazazzo? Did you see that?
I did.
He got contact and then ended up going over top of the wall here.
I was going to say, into the stands.
So some lucky fan is going to be going home with a Craftsman truck tonight.
Souvenir. Pieces and parts flying everywhere.
All right, let's get back to it. Live time here. Good Lord. Douglas Ross out there in the chat saying just hook a screwdriver into that shifter and go. I don't know how much shifting he could be doing here, Doug. I don't think he'd be stuck in 4th gear, but I guess when he's slowing down, something might have happened there. So single file all the way back. Like the only one who might be under some fire here is James Smith in the 26 Chevrolet. Eric Narowski taking a look. Contact with the wall up there around the Dalton area. 24 machine and Narowski on the inside here. Remember the 24 made contact earlier, I believe, with Dalton. 2 of these may make contact again as close as these guys have been racing. Be interesting to see.
Lost the draft of Shook, which isn't going to help unless he snugs up in there a little better.
There we go. Taking a ride along here with Dave Shutt in the 75 machine.
Whoa.
03, a lot of moves here, but check out Greg Whitehead.
Yeah, I think our Shutt decided to bail out there and help Greg instead.
Yeah, it did. It looks like Shutt already on the bottom, continuing on. Greg Whitehead now 13th. I want to check where Trevor Dalton is. Dalton, I think, has gotten out of this too-wide situation here. Now he's trying to reach out to Heath Rutherford. Heath Rutherford ahead of him about 0.3 of a second here, but if he can reach out and grab that draft, he can reel him in. And he's starting to get it. A little help from Zane there might be some, might give him a little assistance there if Zane can go ahead and get caught up. Zane getting a huge shot there by Scott Patza.
There we go.
Yep, Scott Patza in the 90. Getting going on here. Narowski still showing that inside line as being as faster for now, but how long are these tires going to hold out here, Stella? Does it really, kind of weigh in on their strategy here?
I don't know. I mean, they've been doing 2s and 4s. No real synchrony there as to, if it's a tire eater. We need them all. It's just how that feels to each individual driver.
Out there in the chat, Napier is saying he hates that he missed this race. I know, man. I cannot believe I did not see the number 11 Mountain Dew machine out here, but we'll. Apparently, we're going to be seeing you next month, brother. I can't believe it. That should be another driver, I believe, from Imperium Motorsports that is down.
Yes.
Down and out. John Cazazza still there. Hey. Back out onto the track.
All right. A quick toe, and off he goes.
Oh, yeah. The boy from Pikeville, Tennessee here, fighting it on. Seeing if that 28 machine can get back on track now. He'll probably have to wait till stage break. Napier is saying that his favorite track will be next month. At the iRacing Super Speedway. And Stella, I gotta tell you about that track. That one is fully capable of 6 wide. And guys going almost 250 miles an hour there.
I do not believe I've seen that.
No, it is a make-believe track that iRacing came up with. You can put any vehicle, any track on there. Some people enjoy the Indies. But I think the banking gets somewhere around about 35 to 40 degrees.
Oh my heavens! Okay. Sorry. Okay.
And yeah, I think it's like a 4-mile track, but it's in the shape of like a giant Talladega. The only thing you're going to see is on the exit of 4 or the exit of 2. They haven't quite smoothed it out, so when you come out of 2 or come out of 4, there's a chance of getting airborne.
I was going to say there's a bump.
Yes, and it's hellacious. If you thought Auto Club was bad heading into 3.
Yes. Oh, I mean, when I can see the guys jump, I know the bump is bad. Oh, well, this should be interesting. Where, if you guys have those full rigs that shift and move and jiggle, put some extra padding in. You've been warned.
Oh yeah, it's definitely hard to do. And if you're in the draft, I mean, they're saying there are upwards of sometimes 7-8 lead changes a lap. So,
A lap.
Yeah, so that'll be pretty tough. Favorite to win there will be Ray Garcia. He's a tough cookie when it comes to that track. I know a lot of people keep trying to vote that track out because he keeps winning. I think they don't want to keep any of the money in house. They want to race where they might have an advantage on the 00 out there of Ray Garcia. Speaking of Ray Garcia, let's rotate back to Ray. Let's see how he's doing. Wow, called that just in time. Ray Garcia got a huge run there.
Whee! Little wealth redistribution, I believe, is what that's called.
He gets around Ray. Dave Shutt there. Now he's around Sylvain. So now the 75, Dave Shutt's going to follow along with him. Rotating up to Greg Whitehead, number 3 Chevrolet. On the inside of him will be James Smith, following along Jason Stevenson. Stevenson rocking around in that Miller Lite machine. Outside line for him. Right now, a whole lot of Chevys here in between 12th and 17th. That being also including Charles Fletcher, Sean Royer, and Anthony Shook. Shook actually reeling in the back of this pile here as he's chasing down Eric Narowski's Chevrolet and Lee Tidwell's 42 Toyota on the outside. I don't know. Some people say that car manufacturer makes a big difference. Super Speedways, more of the Chevrolets. You get more of the mile and a half, so you get the Fords. And then the Toyotas are normally supreme at road courses.
Okay.
It's just an odd theory.
Yeah, I know
3
there's
wide
a
here,
couple
42
tracks.
machine making contact with the 24 Eric Narowski, putting Anthony Shook into the wall. Wow. Sorry about that, Stella. Cut you off there. There was a little something going on. It was, guys are jamming up when they shouldn't have been.
Yeah, no, I was just looking because there's a couple tracks that are like that. That it's like, well, if you're not driving a Ford, you're going to be, out of the top 10.
That was Kansas or Kentucky, if I remember right. That's always been a Ford that's won that race.
Here. Nope, it's this one. Ford holds all the speed records for MIS in the Cup, the Xfinity, and the Truck Series. I knew I saw that.
Yep, and that makes it to where you can guess what's in the lead.
Bum, bum, bum.
Micheal Willey out there, so he does not have the fastest time on the track. Some of those are held by Jamie Shaw and Heath Rutherford.
Ah.
Rutherford
Also
at least
in a
driving
Ford.
Yeah. So.
Well, the odds on looking at your screen there is Chevy, but we shall see in the end.
Oh yeah. All right. Pit road's starting to heat up now. Already have Kevin Dixon, Scott Patz, Chuck Fletcher, James Smith, Ray Garcia, Sylvain Sigwin, and Cade Jones are on their way down pit. So early pit stops for these guys immediately, not wanting to waste any time here.
Yeah, they are right at the 20 mark.
Take a look at Sylvain's truck here as he's taking a quick pit stop here. Oh yeah, he's not gambling at all. Tires down, out. Slow acceleration there. Almost looks like he started in second.
Oops.
Looks like we have got a new load of drivers. Trevor Dalton, Brennan Mathia, Lee Tidwell, Stevenson, and Greg Whitehead now working their way down. Yeah, there we go. Sitting in Lee Tidwell's pit box here. Let's see what he does in that 42 Toyota. Excellent camera angle.
A little of this and some of that and one of those, and off we go.
Yep, Lee Tidwell in the 42. 4 tires and fuel, out he goes.
You told.
Absolutely. We were right there in front of him. There was no doubt about what was happening there. Let's check out Heath Rutherford. TJ Krober working their way down now. Naroski, Zane Touchton, Anthony Shook, Sean Royer, and Greg Blazin.
I don't want the other crew chiefs to hear, and then they copy.
Are you kidding me? You know daggone well these boys are all sitting there. All right. Still sitting on top of Tidwell's box here. We're taking a look at Sean Royer. Royer in the 03 Chevrolet. Ooh. Slams it down off the jack, and away he goes.
Yep.
Come on, Greg Blazin, get your butt going.
Uh-oh.
There he goes. Number 23 for the admin team working his way out. Now Michael Wiley and Jamie Shaw are working their way down pit.
I wonder what the speed is on this pit road, because last night, boy, they had a heck of a time getting down from 190 to 35.
Yep, right now showing about 55 miles an hour is pit road speed.
Ah.
All right, Jamie Shaw,
Out in the
Michael
chat.
Wiley.
Out in the chat, your friendly neighborhood Farron.
Oh my gosh, Michael Farron. Here he is. He is out there giving a good battle with the Thunder Racing League about an IR cap rating. Don't think I don't read, brother.
You keep up on everything.
Absolutely. Well, when you got guys who set world records out there, because Farron is just that fast, you know, leagues have to start figuring out how to wrangle these guys in and make it to where they can either slow them down or kind of change the rules on the each track here.
Wow. I didn't know. It's kind of like horse racing, handicapping them, put a little extra weight.
Of course. Of course. Well, he's going to be putting a little lead in his bottom after this one. Trevor Dalton now. He's moving up to third, slides in front of Michael Wiley. Wiley pit on 72, Dalton on 70. I don't know if that'll if that's going to change the grand scheme of things later on in the race. Some of the pit stall times almost identical here, all for everybody here in the top 10 except Royer.
Tell you, Dalton's best chance right now is just to stay away from everybody.
Yeah. Right now he's been caught up in just about everything out here, and there's just no way to get away from it.
Yeah, but he gets himself back up here and, you know, in podium position, and then boop, and he's back down the bottom. And he works his way back up again.
Yep. Expect Michael Wiley to probably work with Trevor Dalton here. He's going to need to use him to get caught back up to TJ Krober. Notice that time sawing off here. That is looking pretty big right about now. Battle for a second. Dalton catching up to TJ Krober. 0.8 of a second and closing.
Whoa.
Yep.
Sorry.
Fastest times out there on the track from Michael Wiley with a 39.11. So he had a faster 1 and 2, faster 3 and 4. So it continues on. These two here. I do want to rotate back a little bit to lap 73. Jason Stevenson had a problem here. Right there.
Yeah, it would be a problem. Oh. Oh, goodness.
I think that's what gets me, is it continues.
Ah.
Let's
Yeah,
check out
there's
Rodney
definitely-
here.
There's no avoidance, man. It's just. Oh, he doesn't get hit again, too.
Ooh.
All right. Yeah. He says, hang on a second.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm thinking Rodney Huskins here is out of the race as you saw that green truck kind of blink out there.
Oh, I just thought he had to be towed because it threw him in the pits.
Nah, not looking like it.
Aw.
All right, let's get up front. Battle for the lead here. Now Mathia and Krober going at it. Dalton and Wiley sitting behind. Now Dalton going to give Krober a push. Good job. That gives Krober exactly what he needed. That break along the side. He said, pick on somebody your own size. Dalton now putting the pressure on Mathia, trying to ride him up the track. And now Wiley's going to push the inside line.
Yes.
But look who is coming up in the back, Naroski. Naroski on the inside of Heath Rutherford here, and now 1 and 2. Krober and Dalton tried to leave Wiley out there, but Wiley's got a huge run as he's being helped by Rutherford, but Rutherford sacrifices for a 3 wide here to see if he can help part of the admin team. Wiley slides up to 3rd, gets in front of Mathia, and now Rutherford back into that 5th position. He's moved up 9 spots here so far, holding on to the top 5, but Naroski trying to take a peek on the inside to see if he can get him. Rutherford's going to have the run and easily pass him here, and now gets clear. Naroski drops back into 6th in front of the 009, who's actually down a lap, Kevin Dixon, who's sitting 23rd. Keep it up front here, where it looks like Trevor Dalton's taking a look toward the inside. What does Wiley do? Does Wiley follow Dalton, or does he stay with Krober?
Krober.
Yeah, if he stays with Krober now, Dalton's going to be on the march back as Brendan Mathia's keeping up. Mathia's staying toward the outside. You almost see the truck swing a little bit while they head in. Right now it would be an excellent idea for Dalton to actually rotate up a little bit and start door drafting so he doesn't get hung out.
Just what I was thinking.
Yeah, if Dalton drops down toward the bottom, kind of cuts through that Geico restart zone, he may be able to save a good part of this track. Dalton having a hard time here with no help there on the inside, but hats off to him here after falling almost a dead last, and especially early on in the race, up here back in a podium position. Good block there in front of Brendan Mathia. Mathia had to check up, and Heath Rutherford squirts out of there.
All right.
Yep, so Rutherford squirts out of there like a grape, gets a good run, and he moves from 5th to 3rd. So 11 positions gained, and Heath Rutherford continuing the charge. We'll wait for Dalton to cross him up over here using the power of that Toyota. Sling to the inside between 1 and 2. Here he comes.
I don't know if he wants to get out of that line again.
Yeah, not looking too good, seeing that he had no help there. Michael Wiley taking a peek around the outside of TJ Krober. Krober staying out front.
Yeah, but by 7/100ths of a second only.
Right along with Michael Wiley, looking back at Heath Rutherford. Rutherford trying to see if he can do a little something. There you see him wiggling. And that's going to break that line apart just a little bit, seeing that Rutherford's losing the draft. And it's hard to draft somebody when they're sliding around all over the place, Heath Rutherford. So now you see Dalton has actually lost pace now. Half second off the lead. Now he's going to try to reel in the 98 again. But as soon as Heath Rutherford gets out of stagger here, that's when Dalton starts to fall off. So the draft is huge here at Michigan. But what happens now? You know, where do these guys go to kind of figure out what is the best line to figure out here? Naroski's saying the bottom for him, so now he's going to try to slide underneath. Overtook Mathia, and now looking for Dalton's spot. Whoa!
Ooh.
Remember the contact before, so I guarantee you Dalton's got his eyes on the rear view, and he stopped looking out the front. So is that going to cause a problem here for Dalton if this continues?
No, I think he's just going to push a little bit harder to give himself some more space.
Yeah, he could. TJ Krober in the lead. Michael Wiley sitting 2nd. Heath Rutherford still holding on in 3rd. Dalton sitting 4th. Let's rotate back a little bit. Let's figure out how Shook is doing. Shook up 15 positions. Lee Tidwell up 10. This is the battle for 10th and 11th. Right now, no problems there. Kim Kraus. Remember, we saw the bump slinging all the way back to 20-something position. 12th.
Oh, yeah.
So that 99 Hot Wheels machine really driving the wheels off of it.
Which is pretty hard because they built those little cars quite well.
Except the ones nowadays. Now they're just cheap and plastic.
Oh.
Yep.
Well,
Jamie Shaw in the 84. Still going. Let's rotate back to Cade Jones. Cade Jones trying to peak here. Sitting right now in that 15th position. Greg Whitehead not too bad, up 13.
13, yeah.
Yeah, 26 James Smith is that 14th position. You see him squeezed right there in the middle. Rotate back up front as it looked like Wiley might be taking a peek here. in just a little bit. Pit road starting to heat up again. Tidwell and Shaw working their way down. So Wiley thinking it best to stay behind TJ Krober. These guys last pit on 71 and 72 here.
Yeah, I'd like to see if it looks like he's going to come down again. I'd like to see if Wiley uses that same move of keeping on pace of the track until the very last minute and ending up passing the person that he was in front of, already going down pit road because they had slowed down so much.
Oh, yeah.
That was clever.
Now look at Michael Wiley almost connecting bumpers there with the 88 Chevrolet that's in the front. Definitely picking them out here. All right, pit road starting to heat up again. Here we go, taking a look at the 66 machine taking off. Greg Whitehead, here comes Ray. Ray Garcia down pit lane. Greg Whitehead in 3.
Ooh. Ooh. Getting squirrely coming out.
I hope one day iRacing's able to trade it up a little bit so we see the pit crew members coming out.
Oh, that would be wild.
I think that would be fantastic. And seeing, almost 100, 150 guys running out there.
I'll tell you, I was pretty impressed the other day when we were doing the superheroes with another league, and a whole bunch of them were Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And their pit crew had shells on.
Oh yeah, well,
It was awesome.
Yeah, you change your driver's suit, all your pit crew members will be the same.
Ah,
Yep.
okay. I just thought that was just, over the top. Excellent.
12 laps to go before the end of the stage. Lap 88, we are on. Michael Wiley still riding behind TJ Krober, but you see him taking a peek on the outside occasionally. Almost testing the waters out there, seeing what they're going to do. But I think TJ Krober's gone ahead and signaled to Michael Wiley here that he may be coming down pit. As you can see him definitely section out the track, heading down toward the bottom where that paint line is. Krober on his way down. Let's see if Heath Rutherford slams in the back of him. Because Heath Rutherford's so close. Eric
Narowski had to lock it up.
Yeah, Narowski almost hit the pit lane cone there, so that would have nixed him out.
Oh.
Almost got him there. Right now they are side by side heading down into pit.
Now,
Who
I had
remains
noticed-
out? Michael Wiley.
Yep. I had noticed that Dalton had already moved down about 3 spots before the leaders here, minus Wiley, went into pit. And I was kind of curious because Shutt and Narowski had both passed him already.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say David Shutt actually pit lap on lap 68. Wiley really testing it here, kind of sliding down pit road. He's pushing everything he can to come back down. Krober is out of pit. He may resume the lead here. So Wiley is going to have a super fast pit stall time if he wants to go back out and retain the lead.
Oh, wow.
Let's take a look at
Yeah.
TJ Krober here.
Sliding
Krober
into
reeling him in.
pit road, sliding into pit box.
Yep, Michael Wiley
think it was time for
already on
tires.
his way out. Wiley already on his way out. Let's take a look at that battle box here. TJ Krober is trying to get a hold of Michael Wiley. There we go. Ready? Oh, Michael Wiley doing everything he can to catch him. Right now, Krober's got to try to break away before Wiley's able to grab a hold of the draft. And I think he's got just enough distance. Krober going to drive away from Michael Wiley here. Fast pit stall time, but Krober's was about another half second faster than him.
Yeah, but just as as Wiley was coming up, Kroger got a little loose in the back, so I don't know about those tires yet. If he took all 4, are they warm enough? Because he was pushing it so hard that he got a little squirrely.
All right, well, taking a look at pit strategies. We were talking about them earlier. Trevor Dalton, oh no!
No!
Narowski.
Speaking of tires.
2-tire pit call there didn't pay off. 4 tires for Dalton. Dalton's going to try to see if he can run him down, but Mathia also took 4. Wiley and Krober may have taken 2, but they only had a 10-second pit stall apiece. 9 laps left to go before the stage. Krober still squeezing away here. You got just under a second over Micheal Willey. Now, as soon as Mathia and Willey and Dalton all catch him, these 3 clumped together, Krober's going to be in trouble. So Krober's got to keep solid and maybe his fastest times here of the night if he wants to stay out front.
And take that stage win rather than getting past at the last second. Willey is wily about that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Not looking good right now. Taking a look at Trevor Dalton here. Dalton trying to follow behind Mathia. Right now, one of these guys has to connect with the other before things can start happening. I've actually seen guys actually lift. Like Mathia, if he were to lift a little bit, allow Dalton to get behind him and then start pushing, then they'll actually pick up speed instead of them kind of chase each other here until somebody makes contact. So you see Dalton, speaking of contact, kisses
With
it
the
off
wall.
the wall. And now Dalton is going to be out of the running here for the stage. Out there in the chat, Andrewski says, hope you all are doing well. We are almost halfway through this Michigan 400 race at the big show.
You got to get up early for these guys.
Oh, yeah. Definitely starting at 5 o'clock here on a Sunday. I believe
Last
Ray,
Sunday of the month.
yeah, I believe Ray is also Pacific time.
I believe so.
So he's up even earlier. I think that's almost, what, 2 o'clock?
Mm-hmm.
Really appreciate the big show. Allowing us to host our short track Saturday. That I hope some of you guys tuned in for. That we had at Dover. And now we're at the Super Speedway Sundays. But right now we've seen a lot of TJ Krober, Micheal Willey, and Trevor Dalton. Those guys into the lead. TJ Krober still leading this one by only about a half a second with 5 laps left to go. Here's Dalton full send into turn 1. Trying to see if he can run down Mathia here.
Back up in the top 5. Now Rutherford, being in 5th now, I'm curious. Before Dalton had the opportunity to push Rutherford, and Rutherford is very good, in the front, being pushed from behind. Why he would not do that and take advantage of that versus, is it perhaps Dalton is not a good, pusher from behind?
Well, Dalton has been a very good leader. Once he's out in that open, clean air, he's able to continue staying out front and being a solid driver, that just, he's a better leader than he is a pusher. And so is Heath Rutherford. Heath Rutherford is a better leader than a pusher. That's why him and Landon work so well together.
Yes.
But in the same respect, they can both push, but I don't think Trevor Dalton wants any part of that, assisting the admin team to get any higher up in the charge here at Michigan. I think he kind of would like to do his own thing and try to command and conquer here, because he's actually had a couple of races kind of almost stripped away from him, and not of his own doing, just out of just sheer bad luck. We've seen how many times. I mean, I think at Bristol he was owning that track, last time he was there, and TJ Krober came out with a win there. I believe it was, I think it was Dega that was before that, or it was Charlotte. And Dalton was kicking butt there, and then got nailed. So it was just Dalton's due for a win. I'm still waiting for that 27 to come away with a win, and I guess it's not favoritism, but I've definitely got my eyeballs on kind of that somebody's due, and it's amount of time when he's been hanging around the top 5, the top 10 every single time he comes out here. We're just waiting for the other shoe to drop here. It's a matter of time before this guy brings a win. I just want to make sure we get and we see him do it, because I'm just waiting for the 27 Toyota to come across the finish line first.
Yeah, well, I think Rutherford is kind of due too. So
Rutherford
it's
is, yeah,
overdue.
Yeah. Well, we won't talk about the win he almost had.
No.
As that was a pretty rough one, but we are 1 lap left to go. Micheal Willey full sending into these turns. Doesn't look like he's lifted at all. as he's taking almost a 6/10 drop here, and he is right behind
Yes.
TJ Krober. Krober blocked a little bit there by the 66. I can't tell if it was holding him up at all or if he was using it for the draft, but Krober may have to really time this one
Yes.
and stay in front of Willey.
'Cause this is like deja vu all over
Yep,
again.
Wiley's getting ready to cross him over here. And Krober's got him.
All right. Oh, my heavens.
All right, Andrewski out there saying he saw a little bit of Dover. Appreciate you tuning in if that was the case, man. Appreciate that, man. Don't forget to get all your buddies out here. Big Show always looking for more drivers. Seeing that I've only got 27, that's a low number.
It is for Big
Yeah,
Show.
I know that's a rather a low number. You guys can donate to the Big Show. You can also find out how, and that way these guys can race for a little more dough. I know with Landon being a 3-time champ here, I think some people are kind of scratching their head saying, man, we better watch out for that machine. He keeps taking all our money. Some of these guys do donate back in. I know Micheal Willey donates back in. Charles Fletcher, Ray Garcia does as well. And a lot of the other drivers. If I'm missing any, I'm sorry. If I'm missing any, I'm sorry. I'm just the ones that are notable that I remember out there doing it. Donate back into the pool and allow these guys to do what they do best out here racing. But Stella, we are already. Stage 1 went to Micheal Willey. Stage 2 to TJ Krober.
Yes.
You know, we've got one more stage here, and right now the 88 machine seems to have it, and that pit strategy paid off. But
big butt.
what happens next time? What happens in this next run is going to be the big question.
I don't know, but I'm watching the little bumping going on here during a pace lap.
Now, I would probably say this is Micheal Willey trying to make sure that 88 gets caught up to that pace car and they sling down pit now because Willey wants to get back out on the track and go.
Ah.
So what he doesn't want is that 88 machine slacking off, where it's going to cost him here. What in the world is this?
I don't know.
God.
Bunch of AC out air conditioners. At least I finally stopped jumping when they drive through the other car. Like that. All right. Looks like a full house. Everybody went in.
Oh, yeah. I would say it's racing suicide not to come in. But this
Ooh.
is what some people may be really happy about. Adam Robertson is going to come back onto the lead lap here. He's just got to go ahead, wrap around a couple of times. He will actually be visiting pit much later, where he's going to be able to squeak another 2 laps in on a tank of fuel.
Okay.
And hopefully make another run for it here because that VR crashed, or the shifter broke. That's right.
The shifter broke tonight.
So we might still be due for a VR crash here.
Oh, did you dare say that?
Well, right now the bad luck is just keeps rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling here for Adam Robertson. And he definitely needs the break here. Because I would like to see 3 different winners for our stages and then somebody win it here at the end. I'm not going to call who to win here at the end, but
Nope.
I would like to see 3 different stage winners because I like seeing like a plethora of drivers that not one strategy wins it. You know, I would like to see, somebody who's taking 4 tires every single time they came down gets a stage. Somebody who only took 2 tires every single time, take one, and somebody who switched it up. Who took 4 the first time, 2 the second time, or vice versa, and wins the stage. So it'd be nice to see it kind of switch back and forth of who is going to do what at what point here in the race.
So basically, make it so there's absolutely no method to their madness.
There you go. There you go. That way you can't say, okay, well, I know what I have to do next race, and that it doesn't end up being that. All right, let's see if we can grab a... Yeah, that's who we're going to grab hold of. I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him. Right now working his way out of pit. Perfect. Perfect. Greg Blazin, you got a copy?
Yeah, gotcha.
Greg Blazin. Man in Toyota in disguise. Hey, man, how's it going out there on the track?
Not too bad. 100 laps in, my butt hurts.
Well, you were discussing that in the chat last night. That's why I was calling. I mean, I'm not to be weird, checking on your butt, I guess. But you know, how's the race going?
That's not too bad. I raced for a couple months, so just kind of get back in the swing of it. So just kind of hang out in the back there the first 100.
Yeah, it's not as crashing as much as we used to. A lot of tough driving and a lot of guys side by side and a lot of team driving here is what I'm noticing. What are you noticing out there on the track?
Yeah, I mean, people are pretty patient right now. I think they're waiting for that last 50 laps like last night.
Yes.
Yeah, I would like to see that kind of clean up a little bit. It was short track racing last night, so guys were definitely blasting each other to pieces. But hopefully we'll kind of see it straighten up here a little bit, Greg, and we'll see how it goes, man. I am missing the Kellogg's machine out there, though.
Yeah, that was on my car. I couldn't find one for the truck.
Unbelievable. All right, Greg. Well, hopefully we see you getting farther up here tonight. Give me a shout-outs here, bud.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate you guys being here. Ray for putting on everything, and say hi to my wife, Jamie, if she's watching.
Yeah, boy. Hi, wife. All right, Greg. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
All right.
You give him grief.
Who?
Ah, Greg.
Why? What grief?
Where's your Kellogg's?
Oh, man. Well, I miss seeing Tony the Tiger out there hauling butt around. You can definitely point him out because like some people driving out there like they're in a blue and red car. Well, not everybody's blue and red. You see a lot of black cars. You see some green ones, some yellow ones. He goes out there in a blue and a bright blaze orange edging, and you're like, okay, there he is. I mean, there is no missing Greg out there. So,
That's how I feel about Chuck Fletcher. That
Yeah.
purple just calls my name.
Yeah, like Trevor Dalton. I mean, how many other orange cars do you see out here?
Yeah.
So,
Right now, TJ Krober in 88 and Ray Garcia in the 00, and both all black and white cars.
see?
They about kill me.
All right. Stella, let's get this one back underway. We're under green.
Yes.
Let's get her going. Right now, Krover with a fantastic start there on the big show and go. Gets broken away here. Micheal Willey sitting second. Mathia is third. Dalton fourth. Heath Rutherford, great pit stop for him, moves up to fifth. Now he's going to be under fire here. Looks like Zane Touchton in the 11. I know it shows 5 in our ticker, but he's got the wrong number on the side of the car. God, somebody should fire his painter. But Zane Touchton underneath of the 98 of Heath Rutherford. Eric Naroski going to follow along. Naroski ended up sliding last time he got tires. Let's see if he can hold it down on the bottom like he did last time. Definitely getting sticky. Heath Rutherford watching that 24 machine on his outside. He's going to start panicking here if he can't keep it under control. Riding along with Heath Rutherford here, taking a look. What can he do? There he goes. Eric Naroski works his way around here.
Yeah, but he's not giving him much of a, not an inch.
Absolutely
So
not. He's getting a good...
You're going to have to work for it.
Yeah, removing a little bit of the downforce off the back of his truck is Charles Fletcher in the 67 machine. Wiley keeping Krober close. Right now, the front 5, none contested. Only one here in the top 10. Eric Naroski's trying it here a little bit, but it looks like Charles Fletcher's now going to get him. Next admin up. I believe that is Patza. Scott Patza out there in the 90. We're going to try to talk to him during the caution. We had a lot of things going on out there. Boy, look at the string of admins here.
I see that.
Yeah, Heath Rutherford. Got Charles Fletcher, Scott Patza, Jamie Shaw.
That should make Ray Garcia very happy.
All right, Douglas Ross said Zane created that paint job himself. Oh my gosh. Really? Oh my gosh. See, that's how I know people are in there watching this broadcast real well. You guys are commenting back telling me I'm being a butthead.
You picking. No picking.
Yeah, I was just getting at the ticker saying he's the number 5, and I got him here in the 11. Just gets a little confusing here.
I never get that which one to me, which one is right? The
Well, I
one
can't
that
s-
I'm looking at on the car, or the one I'm looking at in the tower?
Yeah, well, I can't say anything. I mean, heck, Dalton's in the 27 on the ticker, but running out there in the 45 of the Red Bull machine. Of Fireball.
Fireball. Not the cinnamon candies I ate as a kid.
Yeah. Yeah. Right now, Krober, Wiley, Mathia, Naroski. Naroski starting to get that inside line working to his advantage.
Oh, he even did Doug Ross's other cars. He does a good job.
Let's take a look off the back. Look here.
Excellent.
Good run here. I definitely expect to see him. But notice the top three are exactly where they started this race. Kroger, Wiley, Mathia are 1, 2, and 3. But that ends now.
Yeah, we've got something happening here. Boy, oh boy.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of
Got a
waiting for trouble to start brewing here.
Got a full inside line and a lot of wiggly people.
Yeah,
Tell
it
them
looked
no
like,
seafood.
Yeah, it looked like Dalton tried to give Mathia a shove here. Mathia's got nowhere to go as he's stuck behind Michael Wiley.
Yeah, tell them no seafood. That way there's no fishtailing.
Yeah, but that allows Naroski here to take a peek here.
Yes.
Naroski might be able to get a shot here. Anthony Shook getting to the highest position he has here all night, sitting fifth.
With them zigzagging, don't give them a push. Just help them with the draft.
Naroski has the lead, but notice that outside line. Here comes Krober. Slinging on through. Trying to hold it together the best he can here. 24 machine on the inside.
Whee!
$111 laps complete here. TJ Krober still leading this one, but only by a fender. Eric Naroski on the inside, followed by Anthony Shook. Michael Wiley trying to help the rest of the outside line. With Brendan Mathia and Trevor Dalton behind him.
I would say Wiley's going to make it 3 wide here if he starts getting passed anymore by that inside line.
Yeah.
He's going to go around Krober.
I would say that Wiley would also need to start pushing Krober pretty hard here to start getting that outside line moving. He is laying back a little bit, allowing Krober to get enough speed. But not really bump drafting. He could push him here, but he's laying back pretty far to allow Krober just enough, but not as much as he could, if that makes any sense.
Yes. Believe it or not, yes.
Yeah, laying back, I think Michael Wiley just doesn't want to get into any trouble. You know, once you start bump drafting, that requires a lot of trust and a lot of skill from you and the guy in front of you here. See
Correct.
how Wiley gets super close there. It's allowing Krober to pick up a little bit of speed. Wiley could give a shove there. Dalton, you can see he's kind of following the same line. As Dalton gave Mathia a push, and that ended up costing him 2 positions.
Yes.
They didn't pick up any more pace there, and that allowed Naroski and Shook on the inside line to continue on. The battle for the lead still continues. Naroski's got a good run.
I wonder if Dalton will come down and make a third on that inside line and perhaps give them the advantage. That third car always makes the difference.
Yeah, it's still a possibility. Sean Royer sends it 3 wide to get underneath the number 3, Greg Whitehead, and Jamie Shaw there. Now he's going to line up along Heath Rutherford. So Royer, not too bad, goes from 12th to 9th in 1 turn, but looks like Jamie Shaw is going to reach back up and grab that spot right on back. You're talking about Trevor Dalton actually dropping down to try to battle for that spot. No can do, because Naroski got a hold of the lead, and now Michael Wiley's going to follow the 24 machine, and Krober's now on the bottom.
Oh my. Well, that's not where he likes to be.
You know, we stayed up here looking at the top 5 for almost 10 laps. I move off 1 time, and then they all of a sudden decide to switch up.
Oh, never fails.
Unbelievable. Can you believe it? All right, let's rotate on back here. As the battles continue here in the back, James Smith number 26. Looks like he's following along with Ray Garcia. Puts Dave Shutt in the 75 behind him. Shutt was riding on the low line off the track, trying to see if he could pick up another position.
Very low line.
Yep. Right now, I want to give a look out here at Kim Kraus. Kraus may have been in some more trouble yet again. Kraus is way off pace, almost 18 seconds. I'm not showing anything has happened, but I can almost guarantee something has happened here. With as fast as Kraus has been running here tonight. Is now sitting 24th, almost now 19 seconds off pace.
Yeah, either kissed the wall or somebody kissed him.
Yeah, speaking of kissing the wall here a little bit, it looks like something may have happened to Dave Shutt. Ray Garcia had a problem back here on 117. Let's take a look.
Oh, little net code from Mr. Whited.
Stella, what in
Excellent.
the world is going on here? Just taking a look at this. This is the second time Ray's kind of been hooked here.
Yeah, he never touched him,
Well,
though.
here's what gets me. Right there. How did
Yeah.
Greg stay alive?
I don't know. But I am impressed he didn't get tagged 4 more times. Look at that. The rotation is impeccable.
I've got to know. Checking back on Sylvain. Whoa, hang on there, Ray.
Wee, yeah. Uh-oh. Que pasa?
That was them trying to get back going. So now Ray down to 22nd. Kraus sitting 23rd. Patsa has come down to pit on lap 117.
And we do have 3 drivers out so far this evening who've taken it back to the garage. And that would be Tidwell, Huskins, and Zedrick.
Yeah. Zedrick made it 24 laps. Huskin made it 72. And Tidwell made it 97 laps.
So close.
Pit road heating up. Trevor Dalton on his way in. Charles Fletcher, Adam Robertson. Hey, Adam Robertson working his way down. James Smith, 16th. Stevenson sitting 17th. Zane Touchton and Dave Shutt. I remember Shutt.
Oh.
Oof. Stevenson
he-
almost misses his box here. He does.
Well, kind of got blocked out, yeah. And then when he stopped to get in there, got popped from behind.
There's Kraus. Man. Yeah, I wish I knew what happened to Kraus back there. Definitely getting mixed up later on here in the run. Drivers coming out of pit road. Drivers coming, staying on the road.
Okay.
They're battling back out. See, they're going to merge back into traffic.
Always interesting.
Definitely some tire strategies out there are going to be changing it up a little bit. Riley, Krober, Mathia, and most of the pit stall. Look out. I'd be surprised if Naroski didn't speed into pit on that one.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that looked pretty close there.
We have seen some races lost by 1 speed in or 1 speed out. Or in Forget's circumstance, he sped in and out.
That he did right now. Top 5 are the only ones who have yet to pit. That being Mathia, Cade Jones, Jamie Smith, Jamie Shaw, Kevin Dixon, and Greg Blazin. And actually, Ray Garcia and Kim Kraus are now 1 through 7 have yet to pit. So some of these times out here on the track, Jamie Shaw's last time was a 41.3. His best time was a 39, almost a 39 flat.
big difference.
And right now, that's about a 2-second drop off here, so he's really got to start considering coming in. Thea Jones and Blazin already decided to come back in, or decided to come in now, leaving the top 3 out there. Garcia trying to make up some time.
Yeah, now he may have been hanging out in the back so far, but of the 2 entry races, for this Michigan, in race 2, Ray Garcia actually won the Michigan 125. Micheal Willey won stage 1 and stage 2, but Ray Garcia got him in the end.
Oh, no kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Micheal Willey's pretty tough at this track. I'm waiting to see if he can return. I think he'll actually have the lead over top of Krober after this pit stop here. So far, we're still waiting for Kevin Dixon, who's now working his way down pit. Ray Garcia is still going to have to come down pit. There's Ray. Yep, down pit he goes, leaving Kim Kraus. I believe something might happen here.
He's in 8th. Whoops, moving back. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That looks like an EOL.
Well, this should be our leader here. Kraus is way off pace. And should be our leader.
And there Dixon goes into.
Yep. Definitely shows you the difference in new tires here as the 75 and Dave Shutt gets spun out. Remember, there are no cautions on this one. 75 just trying to maintain.
Mm-hmm.
Goes back up into traffic, collects a few more drivers.
I was gonna say, take a peek at that wreck again, if we can. Because I was trying to figure out how he ended up going in. Oh, too late.
Let's see if we can find out. Dave Shutt here.
There we go.
That's
how it happened.
Oh.
That's how it happened.
I thought he might have made contact with the 99. That is not
No.
so.
No. Right there is how he got really out of shape.
All right, well, let's sling back up to the front here. Wiley, Krober, Fletcher, 1, 2, and 3. Followed by Trevor Dalton, Heath Rutherford, Adam Robertson. Glad to see Robertson, after the technical difficulties, able to return. 6th position.
Yeah.
Brendan Mathia is 7th. Sean Royer is 8th. Scott Patson 9th. And Sylvain Sigwin bringing out our top 10. He's pretty closely followed by James Smith, who's looking to see if he can get in there. But right now we got a good battle up front here. Heath Rutherford and TJ Krober.
Yeah, Fletcher is not is not a stranger to the top 5 drivers in any manner. Both Chuck and Taylor Fletcher came in the top 5 in the Michigan race that they had for practice. I have to talk to Ray. Ask him what he calls these. They're not really qualifiers, but they are. Well, it's not like a knockout qualifier, you know? We had those.
Well, it should have been a qualifier to get into these, but it's definitely practice racing before they get in here.
Yeah.
It should be knockout qualifying as soon as they have more than 40 drivers.
Mm. Yeah, but in those races, they usually don't, they're not allowed to run in both races. You know, you either make it and then you don't run, and the next group goes, you make it and you don't run in like the third knockout, and then there's a last chance qualifier. In this particular case, it was, it was a 100 laps at Michigan, and then the next race was 125 laps in Michigan. And I know it was not on that same format because I'm seeing Micheal Willey in both races.
Yeah, I would think probably some people try to avoid Michigan just because they don't feel comfortable racing it.
Well, that's what you said about Dover yesterday, too. They don't like the short tracks. Now they don't like Michigan. I mean, can't please everybody all the time. Get behind the wheel and go. Trust me, the NASCAR guys probably have their favorites and their not so favorites, but they do them all.
Yeah. I know they do. What I'm saying is I think with the simulator style, people have that choice. Yeah, they just come and compete during Dega because that means anybody has a chance.
So here we are in lap 131 of 200. We've got, what did we figure, 19 more laps to go?
Well, just about.
For our next stage and final stage.
Yeah, trying to see if there's anything else going on out here. I see Anthony Shook ended up in some trouble back on lap 131 here.
A little bit.
Trying to figure out if this is a net code. Why did Shook turn to the right?
Don't know. Let's if we take more of an overhead, this is Mr. Narowski was behind him. Was there any encouragement?
Yep.
Yes.
So Narowski looks like he gets behind him here.
Mm-hmm.
And then turns to the left and hooks him.
I like it better when you say it.
Right here. There's the bump draft.
Yep. And there's the trees. I'm so sorry. Who is that cameraman?
You're not giving me exactly the best angles here.
No. They're bucking for a pay raise, too. No way.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Narowski looked over to the side and saw the 66 coming up, and he turned to the left a little bit.
Dunno. That's definitely what took him out. Made a kerfuffle.
Oh, no. Anything but kerfuffles.
I love kerfuffles.
Starting lap 135 of 200 laps here at the Big Show. Guys, you can find the Big Show out there on Facebook if you're looking to sign up, race, or make a donation, or tune in to previous races. You can go to the Big Show. I believe they stream all their other races, broadcasted but not live broadcasted. Throughout the month, you can see the Big Show. And these guys during the last chance qualifiers, there's nothing stopping you from coming out here and giving it a shot, seeing how many drivers we have out here. It started with 27. There's availability for 40 positions to race. Just get a hold of Ray Garcia or one of the admins. And they will definitely help you get out here and see what you can do. It does not matter your level. You can come out here and race. I mean, as long as you're not a bowling ball out there, but...
Is that better or worse than a wrecking ball?
Well, wrecking ball's got purpose. A bowling ball just kind of wanders.
Oh, you've seen me bowl, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. All right. Let's keep it going here. Robertson on his way down. Well,
With
actually
Shaw,
on his way out of
Hutchinson,
pit. Shaw
and Shook.
Yep, they're all on their way out of pit. A couple of drivers have already pit.
Several of our top 10s are coming in. Fletcher, Mathia, Smith, Sigwin.
Yep, here they come. James Smith in the 26 Chevrolet, Charles Fletcher in the 67, Brendan Mathia. There we go. Good pit stall. So I'm slide to the stop on that one.
Yeah.
Good angle here. Charles Fletcher, tires down, out. Away he goes.
Yeah. Haha.
Narowski with a 16:25 pit stall time. Somebody out there, Sylvain, actually had a 19.7, so I think he slid through his box.
Oh no.
All right, drivers who have yet to pit, pretty much everybody 8th place and up. And Greg Blazin works his way down pit. All right, now Michael Wiley and Heath Rutherford, 1 and 2. TJ Krober is now 3rd. Krober may have to change it up here a little bit to run down Wiley. All these guys last pit on lap 121. Kevin Dixon now coming down in the 009. Cade Jones, 5th. Ray Garcia, 6th. Dave Shutt is 7th. And Dave Shutt did pit a little bit later than everybody else.
On the last stage. Yes.
I lied.
Oh.
I lied. Mr. Garcia last pit on lap 124. David Shutt. Dave Shutt came down on 119.
Now we talk about intent. No, you were mistaken. You did not lie. Lie has intent.
All right, take a look at TJ Krober working his way down pit, trying not to speed. See if he can get down there as fast as he can and see if he can switch it up here for Michael Wiley. Wiley being on a tear now starting to pick up pace.
Back up a little bit.
All right. TJ Krober on his way out. Dave Shutt on his way in. Speaking of on the way in, Heath Rutherford and Michael Wiley on their way in. Off pace a pretty good little bit. Cade Jones. Jones last pit on 122. Ray Garcia on 124.
Nice.
Cade Jones is going to stay out.
Okay.
All right, Cade Jones in the number 4 Chevrolet. Remember,
He will get a lead lap.
Yep. What's that? Well, remember, in 9 laps, cautions will then be in effect.
Yes.
So some of these guys who unfortunately spun out, like Ray Garcia on 117, Cade Jones and Dave Shutt on 125, and Anthony Shook on 131. That would have been their mulligan, and would have been able to retry and clump these guys back together. So the final 50 laps should be a good shootout, as the rest of the field is pretty much separated. Ray Garcia is a bit off pace, 3 seconds behind here. Michael Wiley beyond that, so Wiley and Krober should be pretty close here, as these two are probably going to duke it out later on in the run. Let's rotate back. Actually, I want to see where Heath Rutherford ended up. Rutherford was up in the top 3, now is down to 8th. He had an 11-second pit stall time, so.
Versus what was Wiley's?
Mr. Wiley was at 10.2 seconds.
I mean, because they came in right next to each other. That's wild. That he would lose so many spaces.
Yeah, I would probably guess that Michael Wiley took a little less fuel.
Ah.
Seeing that they only need to stretch it about 11 laps and not 22, he's able to take only about 10 gallons worth of fuel and make it to the end.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I mean, golf is a game of inches. This is a game of just too many moving parts. Fuel here, tires there, draft, and wind and temperature, and it's
toss up.
woo. Yes, it really is.
It was definitely a toss-up. Expect TJ Krober to try to put the moves on Micheal Willey here in the end. 5 laps to go. About 5 or 6 to go. And
Whoop.
Micheal Willey here in the front, double wide now. Look who has returned. Adam Robertson in the 28.
Popped out of there?
Man,
My goodness.
well, I've called to see if maybe a third driver could take a stage, and he may be the one. Excellent job here. Remember, Ray Garcia is still going to need to pit. That 124 is the last time Ray Garcia came in, and he's on his way down now.
I was just going to say, where is he?
Yep, on his way down pit. Here we go. Micheal Willey on the outside, followed by TJ Krober, Adam Robertson on the inside. Now, I believe that is Brendan Mathia. Brendan Mathia was down there helping him, decides to go back toward the top to help Krober. Almost 3 wide behind Micheal Willey. Right now, Wiley's happy about that kind of battle. He's able to get away while these two guys run it out. Here comes Krober. Good run. Brandon Mathia following along. Robertson trying to see if he can find somebody to help him here.
And he does that by getting Fletcher to pushing Fletcher up the track, and he took the low line.
Yeah. But Fletcher holds him there right on the side of that truck bed.
Yep.
Keeping Robertson on the bottom, so Robertson still no draft. As he was coming on strong there. Robertson last pit on lap 135, longer than anybody else out there on the track that has been in the top 5. Here comes Krober, nudge to Willey, moving up front. Krober now to the inside. I would probably guess this is too early of a pass, but he's going to try to hold him off. Krober last pit on 139. Willey on 140.
Wow, there's a lot of movement between lanes here.
Yeah, really, which is the right lane as to be determined. TJ Krober, Willey, Mathia, Charles Fletcher, and Adam Robertson here in the back, and look who's coming back, Heath Rutherford.
Yeah, but he's almost all alone on the bottom, like Robertson was.
Yep, Rutherford last pit on 140. Trying to see if we can put a little faster moves here to get out front. Not having any luck here. Willey not passing Krober. Interesting angles here from these guys out on the track. Race to the line still has TJ Krober in the front. 187 miles an hour as they enter turn number 1. Mathia looked like he might have been under fire there by Charles Fletcher. No can do. Adam Robertson starting to fall off pace here a little bit. Inside line may have taken a toll on his tires. This will give Robertson a chance at the next stage to see if he can challenge these guys. This is excellent for him, seeing that some technical issues ended up sending him back to the back of the race.
Understatement.
Now he's up here battling it out again. Kraus on his way out of pit. So far, so good. 24 drivers still active out there on the track. We only got this lap before we are underway. Right now, I'm waiting to see if TJ Krober is going to be able to hold off Micheal Willey here. Willey trying to hold it here. Krober now on the inside. Krober not rotating up. He's going to do it a little bit. He's got to slide to the bottom here. Krober might have him.
Yes.
Ooh, man.
I think so. Oh. No.
Yeah, should be Krober at the line.
Okay. Okay. You saw what I saw a minute ago on the tower.
Yeah, well, that was because Krober let off the gas.
All right, so stage 3, Mr. TJ Krober.
See if we can take a look at this. Here we go.
Yep.
So TJ Krober got him. Just barely, though.
Yes.
Just barely. So under our final scheduled caution, these guys are going to come back down pit road, 4 tires and fuel, and then we're going to run it out for the final 50 laps.
With a maximum of 4 cautions, not counting the green-white checkers available.
Now, I would say, Stella, just looking at this, the final stage here, this will probably be my favorite on this one.
Okay.
That's interesting. It's showing Willey in front of Krober here.
Mm-hmm. That is what I don't get either.
Didn't we just see Krober pass the line first?
Yes, we did. Did it matter that he was below the line?
No, you can win the race below
Just-
the line.
I know. I'm just asking why he would have done that.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm hoping that's an iRacing glitch here, and that will be
Remedied.
yes, after the race when this is all reviewed. All right, back down pit road. All 3 of our top 3 guys, Krober, Willey, and Mathia here. Should be a good last stage here. I'll be pretty excited to see this one clump back together. It looked like Willey, he spun out, but then it looks like he almost stalled out on the way out.
Yeah, he was hoping to get out of there before Krober. Now, my question is, how does iRacing treat this? He was out first. Doesn't this put Krober in the front?
Yes.
Okay. Just had to ask.
Well, if somebody in the back, let's say somebody like Greg Whitehead had taken 2 tires, and he had gotten out before the other 6 or 7, I mean, of course he's going to move up 6 or 7 positions.
Okay. So I guess this is one of those where they're going to put an asterisk next to the stage 3 winner.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's what it should look like. That's what it should look like. All right, let's see if we can grab a hold of Micheal Willey here. Micheal Willey, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, man. Definitely a race to the line there. What is iRacing saying? I saw you guys kind of came down pit, I think, in an order I didn't expect.
Yeah, it throws the stage break a little after the line, and I had nosed ahead of TJ by then, and it gave it to me. But TJ technically won that stage. That's why I let him beat me out of pit road, because that's fair. It should have been
Right.
him first on pit road.
Okay. I wasn't sure, man. I was just kind of looking at kind of the different pieces here, and I thought that may have been what happened. And we kind of looked to see the nose go through, and I was like, oh, no, Micheal Willey might be black flagged here, heading down pit road first. And I didn't want it, I was hoping it wasn't going to sling you to the back for passing under caution. But, man, oh, man, well, so far it looks like Krober's got 2 stage wins. You've got 1 here. What is it going to take to bring home the win for the whole thing here?
I don't know. I tell you what, though, right here you see a lot of give, but all the give is going to be gone. It's going to be all take. So
Yes.
we've got 4 cautions to give. I would almost promise you we'll use all 4 of them, and hopefully I can stay out of all of them and come out with another win here. We'll see, though.
How many green-white flags are going to be allowed tonight?
If I'm not mistaken, it's 4. 4
Oof.
cautions, 4 green-white checkers.
Okay. I'm the tally keeper, so I'm...
All right, Micheal Willey. Dude, hopefully we see you in a podium position here tonight. Pace car lights are off. Good luck, man.
Thank you.
All right, the big show and go. 4 tires off, go. TJ Krober takes off now, and away he goes for the final scheduled restart here. Let's see how we do. They were saying there's a possibility of multiple cautions here, and maybe a chance. But seeing everybody's clumped together, there's always a chance. Always a chance.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, away from Micheal Willey. I definitely expect to see him get a run here and probably get around Krober here pretty quick. Heath Rutherford now up to 3rd. 11 positions gained for him. Already on the outside, Trevor Dalton. Especially after the way last night went the past couple of races. Dalton looking to prove something here. Robertson is behind him. Yep, here's the trouble. I don't know about you, but I smelled something happen in this location. Ray Garcia obliterated here. Here's, how is he still going?
Why is there not a... There's my caution.
There's the caution.
All
Holy
right.
cow.
I am impressed, though. I mean, he held it.
I stuck on Ray, and he got hit 3 times, yet remains in the forward charge. That was funny as all get out right there.
The other truck straightened him out better than he could have.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Let's restart that again.
Well, Greg Whitehead got the worst of it here. Let's take a look back. 84 machine. Yeah, let me see if we can find out what happened to the 84. Alrighty, bringing it back. Now let's take a look. 84 machine taking on the inside of the 28. Oh, no contact. He's loose. So the 88's, the 11 sends it into him. That should be touched in there. Look at Greg trying to get out of there.
He made it.
No, he gets rear-ended then.
Rear-ended. Oh, that was a great avoidance, though.
Yeah, he's trying to stay alive here. Look at Naroski and Cade Jones. Wow, I just... Some guys are going to come down pit after that one. Kind of see what they can do. Let's see if we can take a ride along here with Ray Garcia. And see how kind of this one unfolds here.
Roll on, man.
Alrighty. Caution's back out. Looks like TJ Krober decided to come back down pit, top off on fuel, maybe trying to set this up a little differently for later on in the run. I think he smells that there are going to be multiple cautions here. But we'll see how that goes along. Let's grab a hold of Scott Patza here. Scott, you got a copy?
Yes, I am here.
Yes, man, talk to me. You are here in the top 5. How do we finish out this race in the same spot, if not better?
Yeah, it is going to be. It's going to get a little crazy here. I'm sure there was a lot of give and take early in the race, and I'm sure that's going away right now. Just happy to be back up in the top 5. I was back in 20th for a little bit, and through pit strategy gained a few spots. I've got a couple of teammates up in front of me with Michael and Charles. So, and I think Heath is right here somewhere too. Yeah, Heath is up there too. So it'll just be interesting to see.
Yeah, seeing that Brendan Mathia is the only one out there. But I've got to say, you feel like you're in a piranha tank right now. You've got, Mathia who wants to get up there and get the win. You're right on the outside. You've got Trevor Dalton and Adam Robertson behind you. I mean, this has got to feel like really, it may be in the top 5, but this feels like the danger zone.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to change a bunch here, I'm sure, through these next 20 laps.
All right, Scott Patson, give me a shout-out here, bud, and let's get you underway. You're about to head under green.
All right, well, hey, definitely want to thanks Ray again for hosting these races. Thank all my teammates. It's a blast.
All right, Scott, good luck.
Thanks.
All right, Scott's going to need it here because he's been in a bit of trouble here most of this race. But from what I'm seeing out there, no cautions or any spin outs were caused by Mr. Scott.
Yeah.
So he was free and clear, just ended up wheeling toward the back. So Micheal Willey and Heath Rutherford in the front row. And wait for the big show and go. Micheal Willey will be here in the front. Let's see what we can do here. As soon as 4 tires are off. Now. Alright, away they go. Let's get this one underway. Trevor Dalton looks like he may have missed a gear here. Fallen way off. James Smith looks like he caught snoozing there. Outside line is absolutely deteriorated. Zane Touchton still working with that McDonald's Wi-Fi there. Blinking out 8th place for him. But he's still fighting his way back to the front. Wiley's still holding it. And we are almost single files. Mathia might be looking at Scott Patza on the inside here, just a hair. Patza trying to reach out and see if his admin buddies can rope him in. Charles Fletcher not interested in reaching down there, so Trevor Dalton's going to take advantage of somebody using a different lane down to the bottom.
You bet.
Yeah, wait and see if this Patza, Dalton, and Zane Touchton can work it out. I would love to see James Smith to go up there and give him a shove. 11 of Touchton bails out. Rotating up front. Yeah, there we go. Charles Fletcher sending Patza into the apron, and we've got contact here in the back.
Yep.
I believe that was the
Oh,
72
don't
of
come back.
Stevenson.
We were in good shape there. I mean, it was a single car. But we had somebody come back up onto the track and take out another one. But maybe we're staying under green.
Yep, let's take a quick look at it here. Stevenson. That's right around that Eric Noroski area again. All right, let's keep it going.
Yep. I think our Hot Wheels was involved in that.
Oh, yeah. 99 machine is actually still up here.
Yep.
99 machine position is actually 13th. 3 wide now there with the 009 of Kevin Dixon and Ray Garcia.
That's funny. The 00, the 009, and the 99.
Yep. That's a mouthful. Here we go. Cade Jones still stuck here in the center. I think Ray might want to rotate up. Cade Jones is going to have to give him some room. Ray keeps it down toward the bottom. Wiley's still in the lead. Rutherford sitting second. Now we're 3 wide behind that. Sean Royer should be on the inside of this pile. Eric Noroski in the center and Kevin Dixon on the march back.
Whew.
Noroski actually been on the march backwards, 11 positions down from where he originally started this race, down to 17th now. Maybe he just hasn't selected the right line. But he'll have to try harder to get back up there. Right now in the front of this one should be Dave Schutt and Kim Kraus. They've got to make up some distance here on James Smith before that front clutch gets away. But the spin out there with Jason Stevenson is definitely broken halfway through that pile. They got to continue to charge. But let's take a look at Scott Patz, who's still working that inside line there with Trevor Dalton. Dalton rotating up the track just a little bit, so is Patza. Patza getting real close to Heath Rutherford's door. There's still plenty of room there. Fortunately, not taking handouts here, as they are doing nothing but taking. On the inside here, Scott Patza running alongside Brendan Mathia. Now looks like Charles Fletcher was able to clear him here.
Touchton is still doing the blinking, which is worrisome.
Yeah, not exactly a good one. Or a good position to be doing that in. Adam Robertson, oh yeah, beautiful shot at the tower, and we are under caution.
Yes.
Not a back-to-back caution call here.
Oh, goodness. That again? Where it should have been a caution before, but since it was back-to-back, they hold it for a while?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Nope, there it is.
Yo, not again.
Wow. Hey, I found it.
Yes, you did.
Let's figure out what happened to Dave Schutt here.
wondering what was happening to Kraus. Yep. Blink, blink. Oh.
Ray Garcia again.
Again, still going straight, man. Look at that. Happens.
But that brought out a caution.
Yeah.
Okay, Jones down there passing on the bottom.
Whee!
Weird.
Okay.
So, last time everybody pit was on 151. Do you come down pit now?
No.
I say yes.
Well, so do they.
Yep.
I say there's going to be another caution, and I would have done it later. So, because when there's a caution at 180, you know, or whatnot, then you're like, oh, maybe I should, maybe I should. No, then it would have been yes.
Fortunately, this gives Jason Stevenson another mulligan here. He's the one who spun out back on lap 160.
Ah.
That's what ended up causing the two groups there.
Yeah, the
So-
light beer.
So when they
Yes.
do come down pit road, do you short pit it? Some say yes. Well, only one said yes.
Ah. Is it somebody in the top 10?
Yes.
Oh.
We are taking a look at him.
Oh, well, that.
Dun 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 dun. Psh. Zane Touchton, the only one to have a 10-second pit stall time.
Okay.
Everyone else 4 tires. So, what this could mean is anybody who has a little slightly worn tires, if Zane Touchton here ends up being the slower one in the bunch, it could be a possibility. He could be faster right off the bat because his tires are already warmed up.
Okay.
So he may have a chance to actually take off here and have a whole lot more speed than everybody else out there on the track. So let's see as we go back under green. Ray Garcia taking us to our restart for the big show and go.
And I'm
Jamie Shaw's
impressed.
gonna
I mean,
sit second, and Kate Jones is third.
and Kraus is up here. He was just involved in the caution accident, and here he is up here in 6th.
Yes. Pretty wild here.
Yeah. Well, what's wild is look at where Wiley
Ooh.
is.
Uh-oh. Zane is marching way back here. Take back up here to Matthias. We're 3 wide. Oh, yeah, there he goes.
Fletcher.
Fletcher. No.
Yeah, he was
Look at
pushed from
that.
behind. Nice dodge, dude.
Oh my
nice
gosh.
dodge.
Hey, and not bad. He didn't sling down pit.
That is good.
He reversed on the track. Still no caution. Let's get back up front where the battle's still going. 3 wide. Ray Garcia is about to start playing pinball here.
Yep.
Not looking too good. Oh, no! Why? Why? No caution. TJ Krober
There's a caution.
gets airborne. All right, we got to go back and see this one.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Look at Dalton.
Yep.
Wow. I do got to give it. I want to see something here. I want to see
Yes.
Micheal Willey here. Because I want to show you something that's pretty wild on this drive here. As he drives through, notice the tumble up here.
Mm-hmm.
Watch his cut back onto the track.
Oh. You lucky dog.
Yeah, almost takes the front nose of somebody off here. Look at this again. Oh. That's from
Wow.
the gearbox. That's how close he was.
That was a smooth move.
Yeah, that is pretty tight here. I just don't. Man, that's close.
Yep. But he made it.
Man.
I think there
Holy
might
cow.
have been some butt-sucking vinyl there, but by Mr. Shaw. But
Oh, yeah.
he's gonna go down and change his shorts. He's taking a pit.
Yep. Pit road heating up again. Trevor Dalton showing he last pit on lap 151.
Ooh. Oh. Okay.
Well, we're up to our third caution.
We are. We are.
And we've been 20 laps.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll have one more caution at our availability or our expense here.
Mhm.
And I think Dalton would probably gamble for that.
Yes.
That caution comes out, he'll come down pit. He'll be able
Sounds
to pit
like-
with the top 10 or so.
Sounds a whole lot like my strategy.
Yeah, I'm hoping my ticker's wrong here. It does say he only pit 9 times. So I'm going to pit 10 to 11 times this race. Pace car lights are out. Get ready for a big show go.
Ready? Ooh. Heath is ready.
Yeah. You gotta be careful not to jump this one. We'll take a ride along here with Heath when he gets going.
Set. Oh. There you go. Nice. Nice.
So Heath Rutherford back in the hot seat. Has a chance to win this one here. Rutherford, Mathia, Wiley, 1, 2, and 3. Trevor Dalton now in 4th. Try to see where we can come. Man.
And our double stage winner is down in 9th now.
And he is. We saw how he got tangled up in that wreck. Side by side, taking a look at Eric Naroski. Naroski been in some trouble this race.
Yes, he has. Been in it, caused it, been in it.
Right now tucking in behind Trevor Dalton here. Oh, man, these guys are squeezing it right now. Scott Patsa said he was in a good position. I don't know if this is the one he was talking about. Patsa now on the outside, still in that 5th position. Right now it looks like Zane Touch is blinking out behind him again.
Whew.
Yeah, Patsa trying to catch up to Wiley here on the outside line. Pretty sturdy there on the outside. Michael Wiley sends it a little farther to get a breath of fresh air. Dalton may think about snugging up to Wiley there, see if he can grab a hold of the draft and bump Wiley out of the run.
Yeah, but they're sure not going to be snugging up to Zane. If he blinks out, the next thing you know, he comes back and he's 3 feet in the other direction.
Yeah, Dalton doing a great job here. Notice how he's rotating up the track and squeezing Wiley a little closer to the wall and getting a hold of that ever so needed draft. Wiley closer to the wall, and it's getting very, very tough here. Dalton having to measure back just a hair. Trying to see if he can reach out and grab a hold of that one. He's got the hook out there. Now he's just got to reel him in. Very, very close here. Notice how they're separated too wide here. Already splitting here in the back. Greg Whitehead out there trying to see if he can get something going. I know the number 99 machine was off the track there for just a moment. 99 returns back into the pile. Let's get back up front where Naroski riding up the track, almost makes contact with Patsa. Trevor Dalton got a huge run there, almost had him. But we are sitting here with 26 laps left to go here in Michigan for the Michigan 400. Big show, Super Speedway Sundays, is coming to an end here. In 25 laps. Right now, Trevor Dalton taking a look on the inside, pushed by Naroski. Heath Rutherford still leading this one with Michael Wiley. Brendan Mathia caught right in the middle of the two admins up front here. And Mathia is bumped. Wiley to the outside now. He's going to be helped by Scott Patsa. Patsa looking to push his way through. Heath Rutherford, excellent idea. Outside line for him. He's going to get pushed. Outside line doing a great job here right now, Trevor Dalton. Last pit on 151, wishing he had taken tires now. But remember, we still have one caution left to burn, and I smell it coming soon. Right now, TJ Krober trying to see if he can find his way through. Makes a move from the outside down to the inside, following him behind. None other than Dave Shutt in that 75 machine that's directly in front of him. Dave Shutt trying to see if he can work that bottom line, touching down on the paint. There it is. Trevor Dalton makes contact here with Mathia because Mathia starts getting loose.
Oh.
Dalton loose. Here it comes. Dalton back up into the pile. Pops Naroski. The number 9 had some damage there. Anthony Shook. Presto, fixo.
Yes.
Now the number 9 of Anthony Shook has been pieced back together, but we are still 3 wide as Cade Jones is stuck in the center, and I think he's trying to follow Ray Garcia here. He's able to squeak on through, and we are single file. All the way back here to Dave Shutt in the 8th position. Now Anthony Shook, but being challenged, Anthony Shook by TJ Krober. Krober's been up front most of the night. He hasn't been this far back since he pit. Right now, Adam Robertson here on the outside. Robertson last pit on 165 as well. Starting his charge back to the front. Breaks into the top 10 by passing TJ. Ooh, man.
Yep. TJ says, I am not going to be the meat in that sandwich.
Yeah, Krober getting bounced and banged around here pretty good with 23 laps to go at the line. 99 machine of Kim Kraus trying to see if we can find a little something going on here. Hot Wheels machine trying to find a line. Has had some success earlier in the run, but not lately. I'll see if we can catch back up to Robertson. Kraus catching along left side actually, of Ray Garcia. Oh!
And there we go.
There's the caution. We got a guy over the wall.
That was Krober.
No caution.
No kidding.
We got guys stopped on the track. Sylvain Seguin is actually backwards. The number 15 machine, John Kazaza.
And just got hit again.
Yep, there's Stevenson. Full send into the wreck. Now he's backwards. Still no caution. 22 laps to go. Let's get back up to the front, I guess. Where Heath Rutherford, Micheal Willey, and Scott Patzer are 1, 2, and 3. All admin team here. Zane Touchton sitting 4th. Brendan Mathia is 5th. And Trevor Dalton is sitting 6th. Eric Naroski is that 7th position, followed by Dave Shutt and Anthony Shook with Adam Robertson, 9 and 10. But the battle continues on front here as we are now reaching wreck traffic. As these guys try to get around it here. That's going to be weird. Everybody trying to squeeze back together. So Patsa having to rotate up as Mathia ended up in a bad jam here. Dalton's going to take advantage of that, putting Mathia here in the center. Dalton now pushing on. Right now, Dalton's got to make up about 3/4 of a second here in that 27 Toyota. Let's keep going here. Right now, Dalton is trying to slide underneath of Patsa, getting a hold of the wreck traffic and using that draft to pull him around. Dalton's going to have a chance here. No blink there by Touchton. Not sure where he is.
No, neither does anybody else know.
Yep, Dalton in the 3rd. Micheal Willey and Heath Rutherford running away with this one.
Yeah, but I like to see he's put a bit of a buffer to himself between Heath Rutherford and Wiley. And now we have a caution. This will be our 4th.
And I think Mathia's around. All right, well, first we'll take a look at what brought the caution out. Yep, and we see Mathia spinning around. All right, and then there was a huge wreck back on 178.
Yes. This is not skateboarding. This is racing. No wall riding.
Well, the problem is it keeps going here.
Yes, it's even up front. Yeah, in front of Kraus, it's at it again. Hmm.
The pedal in the middle. What? Hold on. Where is Stevenson in all this? So everybody's coming down pit. The wreck has happened. Here he comes, I think, meeting the wreck now. Jeez. This was the wreck that happened before. There was no caution. Back on lap 175. Big one we were seeing earlier was actually 178. And then the one that brought out the caution was here.
Okay.
On lap 180, 181 here.
My heavens.
Yeah,
That
I'll
has
tell you
to look-
something that would be pretty crazy here if we talk about it here just a little bit, is taking a look. Remember the 15 was involved in that clink?
In the yes.
Yeah, I think that was actually a wrecked car. They came back and got it again. That was a wrecked car that wrecked back on lap 178. Alrighty. Heath Rutherford remains in the lead after everybody has come down pit. Micheal Willey and Trevor Dalton bringing up a couple extra positions here. Zane Touchton will be in the 4th position. Followed by Eric Naroski, Charles Fletcher, Dave Shutt, Adam Robertson, Anthony Shook, Kay Jones.
Kay Jones.
Definitely interesting areas to go at it, but we'll see what happens. Look who's joined us in the chat out there on YouTube. Yeah, the ever so famous Robert Rader out there saying might have to find the brakes out there. It's definitely
Yeah. This is
Definitely.
a little bit different than what you run.
yeah, but that's all right. That's all right. We'll try to keep these guys all in one piece.
All right. No more cautions.
Yep. Cautions
gentlemen.
have been extinguished. We are out of cautions here. Next
Until
will
we-
be the green-white checkers. I would probably say, Stella, there may be one extra in store just in case. I would probably say, you know, if Micheal Willey or Heath Rutherford spin out here or
Yeah, and
something
take out
and
the whole
it collects the whole thing, they're going to re-rack them, and I'm okay with that. But let's go ahead and get this one underway. Trevor Dalton falling down to 4th now. Charles Fletcher rotates over. Gets on around him now. So Heath Rutherford's up 13 positions. Zane Touchton is up 13 positions. Wiley's exactly where he started this race, sitting 2nd.
Yes. We have a couple more who have taken it to the garage for this evening.
Oh,
and that
man.
would be Patsa and Kraus.
Oh, man. Yeah, we just talked to Patsa. Patsa last crashed on 183.
Yep.
I think he ended up in a bunch of trouble there. So 16 laps to go, 15 at the line, and notice the trouble that is brewing behind them. So this may be a kind of a wake-up call that there is no second chances now.
All right, and
Until
we've got
we get less than 5 laps to go.
Micheal Willey giving Heath Rutherford a bit of a push.
Yeah, he kind of needs to. I think there's some trouble there in the back.
Ugh. Trouble in the front, too. Meow. Here comes Dalton back.
Kevin Dixon, Charles Fletcher, Dave Shutt are in this one. Let's take a quick peek at what happened here. 75 got loose.
Hmm.
Dang.
Checked up. 009 had nowhere to go.
Let's get back up front with Michael Willey. I guarantee he's going to be looking for the win on this one. Heath Rutherford still, with as much time as he has here with the Big Show, has never gotten a win.
I'm going to root for him.
Yeah, he could definitely use one.
Wait, no, I'm supposed to be impartial. Come on, Heath! Go! Mm-hmm.
Yep, but we'll see. We will see here as Heath Rutherford, Michael Willey here are in the front. Zane Touchton sitting third. Robertson.
Yeah.
Notice Robertson has moved his way up, sitting fourth. Eric Naroski and Trevor Dalton. I would probably guess that how these guys are running, you know, the speed they're coming up with at this point. I know Trevor Dalton was really fast earlier. He just can't seem to find that pace again.
No, but I'm impressed. Robertson's up here in fourth again. So
Yeah,
if he
after
can just stay stuck to somebody, he will probably finish in the top 5.
Yeah, after some good wreck avoidance, this is paying off for him. Right now, top 5. He's continuing on right now. If he can get around Zane while he's still connected here, he should be in good shape. Here comes Trevor, now up to 5th. Eric Naroski's on the bottom. Trevor Dalton trying to hold this outside line here following the 11 car. He's going to get the aerodynamic bubble and see if he can pull himself around. But he's got some work to do here. Dalton behind Robertson. Robertson. Good Lord, I've only been broadcasting for that man for almost a year.
I know. It's probably my fault. I knew a Roberson. My fault.
Now it's getting in my head. And Ray Garcia's actually broken into the top 10. You see him sitting back there in 9th with TJ Krober, who thought he was a skateboarder.
Yes.
Riding along the wall.
My 2 twins.
Yep. Very close.
See?
Let's keep this one going here. Rotating up front, Naroski running out of room. Little shove there to Dalton. Dalton needed that. There he goes. Naroski has to check up. TJ Krober slides around. Naroski on the back. On the back foot now. Trevor Dalton trying to find some speed. Rutherford's still in the lead of this one. But that's for now. As you can see, Michael Willey rotating up top, trying to get that breath of fresh air here. Keeping Zane behind them.
And to go.
Yep, Robertson's still sitting 4th here, trying to see if he can find a route.
Touchton keeps flipping down the tower and popping back up again.
Yep. Oh, no!
There we go. Mr. Whitehead.
Greg Whitehead. Not again, dude.
Gone again.
Dang. Him and James Smith in the 26. Ended up spinning out here. Let's take a look at Greg Whitehead.
Nope. Yep, we got a little push from behind. Didn't do him any good.
I remember what some of these drivers were saying about give and take. There is no give and take anymore. You know, it's only take. So that may have been what it was, is once you saw him make contact, he did not lift and kept pushing. And that ended up sending him back around. Fortunately, damage is off, or the pusher may have ended up with detrimental damage where he wouldn't be able to recover. Now let's keep going here. Adam Robertson sitting 4th. I guarantee you we're going to see him kick it into the next gear here. Here he comes on the inside, less than 10 to go. 8 laps when they get to the line. Robertson trying to find a peak here. Looks like Zane almost bumped him there. Dalton trying to work with that 28 machine. 28 and the 27 trying to make something happen here. Laps left to go. Guys, don't forget to subscribe to the Big Show out there on Facebook. I believe there are over 700 subscribers now. Definitely looking for plenty of drivers. And speaking of which, Ray Garcia. Ray Garcia is out of it.
Spun out on the infield.
Yep, 8 laps left to go. We were talking to him early in the race. He was hoping for a top 5 tonight, but that's going to do it for him. Ray Garcia is now down to 17th. Top 3 still remain unchanged.
Well, how do you pass a guy?
Go ahead.
How do you pass a guy when he's not there?
Good guess. Robertson having a little trouble getting around Zane. But Rutherford looking to get, still lining up for his first win. Still opportunity. I think Michael Willey might be setting it up here, kind of looking for another route, trying to see if he can get around him here. If there's a caution, I would expect everybody to pit. That might be my 2 cents here. Seeing that fall off is almost a second. Best time at Heath Rutherford's a 38, or is a 38.9. Right now he's running a 39.8.
Well, that's not too bad.
Yeah,
He only has 5 laps to go.
Almost a second fall off, but if you have the everybody in the not in the top 10 pit, there may be a flip of the entire field here, and especially with the amount of green-white checkers, there may be opportunities. But we'll see. With 5 laps left to go, have this 200-lap race. Everybody lining up, trying to see if there won't be a green-white checker. Remember, the green-white checker has to involve the top 5. Right now, they look like they're racing pretty sane here. No issues. This race being led by 2 Fords. Heath Rutherford and Michael Willey. Zane Touchton in his Chevrolet, Robertson in his Ford, and Trevor Dalton the only Toyota to make it into the top 10. Oh, yeah. Good tower look there. As Adam Robertson's trying to see if he can find a route around the 11. But you want to talk about something else. The way Zane Touchton is, man, it almost seems like he's holding back a little bit because it's allowing Rutherford and Willey to get away here. I don't know how they can get around him here. I mean, if he's keeping pace, but now they're starting to fall off. Robertson's now off by half a second with 4 laps to go.
Yeah.
Right now, Robertson and Dalton should be together there in Team 1 channel. They've got to work something out here. Him and Zane at the same time. Hopefully he's only blinking on our end. Robertson's got to start pushing. He's out of time. Here it comes. There's the move. Robertson now less than half a second. Moving to the inside. Dalton may follow him here.
I would.
Yeah, Dalton is having trouble getting the rotation through the turn. Yeah, Dalton kind of left him hanging out to dry. He had to follow that 28 on through to help him get them both around. So they're going to try again between 3 and 4. Dalton sticking behind the 28. 28 is able to clear. Dalton needing to rotate and get the run here. So far, so good. Now back down to half a second off. Heath Rutherford still in the lead. Willey hanging out behind him here. What does Willey decide to do? Notice how Wiley's not drafting him anymore.
No, he is not.
And Wiley's actually falling off.
Could he be blocking for another team member?
I would hope not.
Okay.
So Robertson now going to be able to get a hold of the draft from Willey. Picking up the pace is now Adam Robertson. He's going almost 4 miles an hour faster. He's catching up here. Adam Robertson going to be all over Michael Willey here by the time they get to turn 1. Trevor Dalton has fallen off. He's lost the draft there from the 28. Last lap. Heath Rutherford is into the lead. Michael Willey laying back a little bit to hit that aerodynamic bubble. Now's the time to shine. No green-white checkers after this. This is it. White flag is out. Michael Willey. Robertson's sticking his bumper. Right now, Wiley's got to stay up top. Robertson definitely has to drop back down to 3rd as Heath Rutherford is running away with this one. He is only 2 turns away from victory. So far, so good. There's the move. Robertson sending it to the inside. Heath Rutherford being a lot easier. And Heath Rutherford is taking the win here at the Michigan 400. Michael Willey comes 2nd. Adam Robertson is 3rd. Dalton 4th. And Zane Touchton ended up 5th.
I wish we had a camera on this gentleman. You know he is jumping up and down, even though he comes on the interviews and he sounds like he just woke up. He has got to be jumping up and down. 2 years has been Heath Rutherford's drought, and he has finally won a race. Welcome officially to the admin team.
Yeah, Yeah, not too bad out of all three of our guys here. Getting it done. Heath finally wins one here.
Boink.
Yeah, I think they're all going to let him know.
Yeah.
Let's take-
Good deal. Thought he was going to do the backwards lap.
All right, everybody, see if you can hang in there. We're going to try to get our top three down here and see what they got for us here. All right, everybody, and we have caught up with our third place finisher here, Adam Robertson. Talk to me about this race, man. I specifically want you to start with the wreck back on kind of lap 51 and where you ended up with a disconnect problem, and then work me through the rest of it.
Well, the shifter decided to stop, so I had to I reset everything and just kind of rode that second stage until I can get my laps back. And I was not happy trying to do restarts with the paddle shifter, but it worked out.
All right, man. Well,
Okay.
taking a look here and knowing that I know you from a different series, I'm used to seeing you 25 to 30 laps. This time I see you for 200. How does it feel?
I like long races, honestly. My only thing I have against Graceland is the races are too short. I'm a lot better at saving than I am just flat out like that most of the time.
Oh yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, man. I'm the exact same way. But man, sometimes when cautions breed cautions, it doesn't end soon enough. But when the racing's good, it's never long enough. But definitely, it's definitely that sweet spot here, man. But I believe you win a little bit of dough here tonight, coming in that third place. How did you get around Zane there in the final laps here? And did Trevor Dalton help at all?
Well, I mean, Trevor had to get behind me and, kind of give me a little push. But I mean, me and Zane were pretty close to the same speed. And I think after our little deal last week in Graceland, I think he might have felt a little bad and kind of give me a little bit on that one.
Oh, yeah. I was wondering if anybody was going to remember that. Sometimes short-term memory is a good thing.
Well, I didn't want a caution of any kind, so I'm not repaying the favor on him on that one.
All righty. Man, oh man. Congratulations. First time here on the Big Show, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. I mean, besides last night, which honestly, I threw that away last night during the second stage where I actually stretched it out, but I lost so much time, I never got my track position back.
Oh, yeah, but hey, third place position finish here. I'm impressed, man. You can do it. You can definitely do it. So these guys head actually next month to the iRacing Super Speedway. How you feeling about that track? Yeah, I'm assuming you've raced there, and will we see you next month?
You probably won't see me next month. I honestly, only reason I didn't go race this week is so much threat of rain. Didn't go actually race my car, so I'll probably be at a racetrack somewhere, unless I don't want to spend money, basically.
All right, Adam. Well, at least you want a little bit of money to help fuel that. Give me a shout out here, bud.
Well, since I didn't live up to my word last night of saying we'll talk again, I want to thank 5 Star Beverages for sponsoring this truck too. Me and David, that owns 5 Star, we're actually pretty good friends, so I'll just leave his stuff on there when I've got the truck going. Thank everybody who watched, and thanks, Ray, for having the race.
All righty. Thank you, Adam Robertson. We'll hopefully we'll catch up with you later. I think probably in a couple weeks when Graceland gets all their pieces and parts put together.
And I apologize for keep calling you Roberson.
Hey, I get called a lot worse at work on a daily basis, I promise.
All right, bud. Adam Robertson, 3rd place finish. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, everybody, and that moves us immediately to Micheal Willey, our 2nd place finisher here. Michael, talk to me a little bit about this these last couple of laps here. I know it was a lot of trouble earlier in the race, but man, you were able to stick it out here right at the end.
Oh yeah. Once we got that last caution and Heath come out in front, I told Heath, "Hey, don't you worry about me. You just drive your race. I'm gonna push you to this win." And that's exactly what we did.
Wow, so you weren't even challenging him. I thought we saw you poking your nose out to the side there a little bit for a little fresh air and might kind of retain your title at Michigan.
Nope. The only reason I was doing that is because those last 6, 7 laps, it starts getting really, really tight in the dirty air. So I'm just making sure I can get the nose to rotate. I told Heath I'd hold everybody off behind me. He's been doing this 2, 3 years. He deserves to win one. So I wasn't going to challenge him. And who knows? Maybe I get by him. Maybe I wreck both of us. And that wasn't a chance I was willing to take today.
Well, it was definitely a tough race all night. You know, you and TJ Krober were going at it for a good while. TJ ended up in 6th place after a nasty wreck he had earlier. But you seem to stay out of every single most of the trouble here tonight. I don't even see one wreck out of you here.
Yeah, I don't believe I got caught up in anything tonight. Yeah, TJ was quick. He was going to be the one to beat. And then that one caution, he come to pit road, and I was like, no, I can't believe he did that. But I think that probably cost him the race right there, because then on he just had to fight and claw his way back up. And once you get back that far, you're at the mercy of everybody else wrecking. I did not want to be back that far, so I stayed out as long as I could.
All right, man. Well, I believe you won the stage here, so everything should be A-okay. You didn't completely walk out of here empty-handed, and 2nd place, you get a little bit of dough for that as well. Micheal Willey, we head to the iRacing Super Speedway. I try not to call it a make-believe track, but it kind of is, because the unrealistic things that can be done there, you know, speeds of over 230 miles an hour, banking of over 35 degrees, and it's almost 4 miles long. I mean, talk to me about the strategy even heading to that track.
That was a fun track right there. The biggest thing about that track is if you're on the outside and somebody's on the inside of you, man, if they touch that apron at all, they're going to wipe you out, wipe everybody out. So that'll be the big thing. You'll see me there. There will be no hanging out in the back for me. I'll be trying to keep my 48 Ford out front up there too. And Darlington, that's gonna be rough.
All right, Michael, give me a shout out here, bud.
Thank you, Ray, for putting this on. My wife, my little boy, and SimTraX Racing. 2 days in a row, you guys have put on a heck of a broadcast. So good job, guys. Congratulations to Heath.
Yeah, and we'll talk to him just in a little bit. And, hey, by the way, since you're one of the admins, did you find out what to do with his hands?
No, I don't think he'll ever know what to do with his hands.
All right. Well, all right.
I don't know though. He's in victory lane. He might find something to do today.
All right. Well, hopefully you can
touching that one.
hopefully you can hit that talk button, man, because I'm wondering if he's still got the jitters from getting that win. Congratulations on your 2nd place finish here, Michael, and we'll catch up with you next month.
Thank you, guys.
All right, that's going to do it. And Heath Rutherford, our race winner here. What a fantastic job. He finally got one. Let's talk to him here, and we're going to maybe we'll blame it on the paint. Heath Rutherford, 13 positions gained, and you come away with the win here at none other than Michigan. Is this the track you thought you might finally get your first win at after years of trying?
No, not, or well, actually, yeah, this is where I got my first Big Show win, so I have some history here. So I'm just glad I got it done.
What? Everybody's telling me you've never won here at the big show.
Yeah.
Well, they don't know what they're talking about then.
Oh my gosh. Well, all right. You got a win without Landon here. How's it feel?
Yeah, well, my bumper says thanks, but it's good. Well,
All right. Well, a little bit of dough is coming your way. Anybody out there you can thank? You know, if did you have any help? I mean, was this just all Heath Rutherford tonight?
I can thank Michael and the whole admin team for helping me get this done, and Michael for defending the bottom the last couple laps, especially in dirty air.
Yeah, he was definitely working it back there. I thought Michael was actually setting you up, you know, kind of leaning back in that aerodynamic bubble and was going to try to sling past you here in the final few turns.
No.
But I noticed you rotate up the track a little bit. Michael backed it off a hair, and I think you were going to walk away with this one. I thought Adam Robertson and Trevor Dalton may have had something for you. Kind of what was the key to staying fast out there? Because every single one of you guys pit back on lap 182. I mean, was there a slight edge that you had? Was it you more conservative line on the track, or what's going on?
I was just glad that, well, first I tried to stay out as long as I can and pass the people who are on crappy tires that stayed out. And, well, I just got clean air on the last restart, and I took off, which that's the key here, clean air. And I just conserved my right front the whole race.
Yeah, a lot of the drivers like TJ Krober decided it might be an idea to come in and pit early, but I think it cost him the race. Even Micheal Willey was saying the same thing. It may have cost him the race, which is definitely almost handed it over to you. You know, you were definitely battling up front most of the night. But I think what I'm getting at it here, Heath, is you started outside the top 10. And you fought, and you've been working around. I noticed you've been toying around really in that top 5 area all night. And I wasn't sure if tonight was going to be your night, but you proved me wrong, man. You got it here. And all 3 Fords, really, with you, Michael, and Adam Robertson, you keep the statistics going with Fords winning here in Michigan.
Yeah. I just knew if I was in a Chevy, I'd be broke down on the side of the track. So
there you go.
Boom.
There you go.
Mic drop.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, Ford only circled the problem. All right, Heath, congratulations on your win here at Michigan, man. You head to the iRacing Super Speedway. Talk to me about that track before we get your shout-outs here.
Well, it's going to be an interesting one with the speed and the amount of runs you get there, and you can go like 5, 6 wide. So it's going to be crazy. Just hope everyone can control the race and stay in their line and not kill each other.
Good luck with that.
But they are taking the trucks there. I mean, I think anything more dangerous would be taking the 87s or the new Gen 4s there that got like 900 some odd horsepower. That would be suicide. I don't know how well that would work. But Heath Rutherford, man, give me a shout-outs here, man. You deserve it.
My parents, the admin team, and I guess Michael, he helped me get the win, even though I really didn't deserve it. But, I mean, that's it, I guess.
All right, Heath. Appreciate you joining us here tonight. Congratulations on your win.
Okay, thank you.
Are you going to start wearing your wings on your car now?
Yeah, I will.
All right.
All right, let's get Heath out of here. Stella, it was been a wild race here tonight. It has come to an end. Appreciate everybody joining us here tonight. I don't know about you. I'm pretty tired. Are you tired, Stella?
I have a couple toothpicks on my eyelids.
All right. Well, we are going to be doing this again at the end of this upcoming month at Darlington. I'm sure where you'll probably see us at that short track feature. The Lady in Black will come back, and we'll see if anybody can tame that one. And then, of course, the iRacing Super Speedway. Keep tabs out there on the Big Show Facebook. They've got races going on every single weekend, if not sometimes during the week. I'm sure there'll be qualifiers as well. Stay tuned in. If you're looking to race, you know how to get here. Adam Robertson made it in. You can make it in. Definitely check that out. But from Stella and Patrick here in the booth here tonight, that's going to be it for us. So signing on off. Be well, be safe, be kind. And I'll see all you guys next time.